No, no intro. No intro. I wasn't planning on going live. Some people messaged me and just wanted me to just share, I guess. Like you see the green screen going through my hat here. Um, what a horrific day. What a horrific week. Um, for America. What a horrific I probably won't go live long. I know if you really want some in-depth coverage, you can head over to Jeremy's stream. You can head over to Cobra Cast, and I don't know how America is going to recover from this one. I I don't know. Let's see. I'm just gonna change my hat real quick. So there you go. I guess because the green screen was kicking in. So Charlie Kirk was 31 years old and was man, I I don't know what there is so much stuff going on right now, but it appears that he has passed away at 31 years old. 2 kids, a beautiful wife. Oh man, this just the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. What has happened, man? 31 years old, speaking to young people, debating them, talking them, educating them. Wasn't like one of these crazy radicals, and this is just what he did, man. This is what he loved to do. This is who he was. And the fact that these freaking crazy people on this side, other side of the coin, who have nothing else left to do but to take people out is what we're seeing. They tried to kill Donald Trump. They take out our children. If you're a Christian, they seem to target you. If you're white, it is just I don't know, man. It's like we were essentially pushing back against the evils in this country, and they have run out of things to do. They have run out of things to fight, and now the only thing that they know left is violence. Is freaking violence is all they have left. Tomorrow is 9/11. Um, the videos that are circulating, I don't even want to like. I'm scared. I want to pull up Twitter for the news, but I don't. I don't want to see that video. You know, like I don't want to see that video. But if you saw that video, it's like, yeah, he needed a miracle from God, and God chose um, not to grant a miracle today. Um, Llama pajamas for 10. You guys don't have to super chat or anything. I just like, I know there was people asking me to go live. I don't know why. Like I'm just you know, there's other live streams that are up normal. I was like, I guess we were gonna talk about it tomorrow morning as well. Jay, this makes me angry. When is enough gonna be enough? The recent past has been tough. Keep calm and carry your pew pew. Stay frosty. I don't know when is it gonna be enough. I don't know when it's gonna be enough. The fact that they tried to kill the president should have honestly, including myself, should have kept me on guard this entire presidency. And I worry about my friends. I worry about Jeremy and Ryan and the people at that Park Place and Beardo and everyone else, that people that speak out against evil, that people that speak out against this stuff all the time. And it's just like, this man was this man wasn't at a rally trying to radicalize people. This man wasn't um this man wasn't trying to do anything but just have debates with college students. It's kind of a thing. You can see, like, there was a massive crowd there, and they hated him for it. They hated him for it. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Don't ever watch the video, Jay. Yeah. Why does evil always succeed? That that's a question, ain't it? I think for me, I personally have to have hope that where when the lights are shining in the darkness, they shine brighter. But it feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? It feels that way. Karen says it's not the end of the story yet. Ever since day one, it was it's their entire motive to constantly push fear in people's lives, to make people afraid of speaking out. Remember when Trump first was elected, how when Trump was first elected, how people were even afraid to say they voted for this man. They were even afraid to like tell the pollsters. They were afraid. People were like they were afraid because of what they thought this crazy, progressive, ridiculous movement was going to do to them and their family and their life. What cancel culture? This is the ultimate form of cancel culture. The woke mob has turned into a terrorist group at this point. I don't know if this is the right place to go. I know Jeremy's live, and I'll keep promoting them. Jeremy's live with Gary and Ryan, and they are much better um, commentators than me. It's just like I feel for my friends that had called me today after, I know he shows up in the chat, but like my friend Cole Hauser, who's feeling the weight of the world after that horrific accident at in North Carolina, and people that are scared to even go outside. This is exactly what they want, man. They freaking want us to be so afraid. And I hope Charlie, he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid to go out there and try to, educate. And man, we showed Charlie's videos here all the time, man. We showed them all the time. I'm just looking at the freaking left are out there now, like saying it's Trump's fault. They're out there saying, this wouldn't have happened if, it's people that, and then there's those on the left that are just in celebration mode. I don't want to get into too many of these disgusting people, but I mean, like, look at these people, man. Look how disgusting these people are. Look how freaking disgusting these people are. Bruce says they're trying to silence our voice. Yeah, they've been trying that for a long time. They've been trying that for a long time. They've tried everything in their power to do so. They've tried to get us banned on YouTube, get us banned on Twitter, get us banned wherever we wanted to say something. God forbid we invented the word "coof" because you couldn't say COVID on Twitter or social media for a while, or you would get banned or lose your job. They try to control, they try to conform, they try to say you better accept the way that we're doing things or else. They try to push and they try to say you shouldn't be a Christian because that doesn't agree with our new ideology. They push and to the point where they're just like, we're going to kill your children in a Catholic school, right? They push. It's like, we're going to take out the president, the man you think that's going to bring change. They just freaking push. And now a young man with a family, a wife and kids, man. And they just took him out. And now I hear like they don't even have the shooter. They just took him out because they just can't like. People should be angry about that. And I hope all these freaks out there that are out here celebrating. Um, oh man, that's all I'm seeing is like celebration vids, like celebration stuff. They did get the shooter. The old man, that old bald man that they were saying, they said that that was not the shooter. Look at that, man. The freak is wrong with these people? I feel like we have let these people run this country long enough. Let these people run this country long enough. Florida now, open carry law just started. Yeah. Look at this stuff, man. Look at this. They don't understand what's about to happen. They don't understand. Well, I guess he lost the debate. 120,000 likes. 120,000 likes. 120. That ought to tell you something, man. You know, we have a lot of freaking work to do. Kings, are you home? You want to hop on, Kings? Hey, Jay, love you. Please be safe. I'm going to take this pathetic piece of trash off the screen. Hey, Kings, I'm going to send you a link. If you want to hop on for a second. I don't think I'm going to go too long. I just, my heart is heavy, man. It is just like, I'm just like, how did we get to this place in this country? I knew it was. I'm sick to my stomach. Yeah. I was like debating, like, I don't, there he is. There you go, brother.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know how we got here.
I mean, to be fair, you do. You know absolutely how we got here. An unchecked media, an unchecked internet that has sat there and demonized every single person from Donald Trump down to the 3-year-old that, or the 18th month year old that says Trump as his first word, has demonized them, has made them the enemy of America. Every single, I was just watching D-Day Cobra, and uh, Gary said it best that every single Hollywood project, every single television show has had this evil right baked into it. And the entire thing has been to demonize and make it easy to hate Republicans, easy to hate people that disagree with abortion, easy to hate Christians, every single one of those people. Whether you were the furthest right person or just someone that was like, maybe kids should wait till they're 18 to make this decision. They hate them. They hate us. They hate Christians. They hate God. And I thought nothing would be different or nothing would be the same after Trump. I think this day is going to have a bigger part of a bigger page in the history book than Trump.
I agree. It's just this is Charlie wasn't running for office. He wasn't like he doesn't have some kind of
he was having conversations.
Jonas, you want a link? Let me know if you want to hop on and share your thoughts.
He was
having conversation, with students that could or could not. You didn't have to participate. They set up outside.
He wasn't being rude. He wasn't like even. And I want to be careful how I say this.
Yeah,
he wasn't antagonizing in the way that some Daily Wire people do. He wasn't. He was genuinely sitting there and saying, "Okay, well, so this is your thought, but what about this?" And he wasn't. You know, every now and then, sure, maybe he'd.
It was funny. It had, yeah,
but
yeah, it was funny.
He was a good person, and like I've been watching Turning Point USA since before Trump.
Oh yeah.
Like I think I started watching it in like 13. Like I couldn't even I don't even know how old Turning Point USA is. That's how long I've been watching it. And to just see this is devastating.
Look at these. You're right, Gary. They have infiltrated our entertainment, our news media, our colleges, and turning everyone into look at this. This is the writer of a DC comic. You know, like this is I don't even want to read that.
I saw this one earlier too.
Writer of Red Hood. Right there. Hope the bullet's okay after touching Charlie Kirk. I can't believe
Charlie was so influential that he was invited to come debate at the Oxford Student Union.
Yeah.
One of the oldest systems of debate in the Western world. And he sat there and defended this republic, defended what we're doing here in this country against a barrage of hate. He could have done, and I don't mean to discount what you do, Jay. I don't mean discount.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But he could have sat in his office online,
of course,
and done and coasted.
He could have done this.
Yes, he could have sat there and not because you're the stuff y'all do outside and that carries risk. You know, Jeremy was just talking about how serious y'all take security, but every week for the last 4 years, Charlie was out on a different campus talking to students. And this is something that genuinely cannot be talked up enough. Like while the left sits there and yells and uses cheating, whether it's voter fraud, whether it's getting the questions early, whether it's clipped interviews or anything above that. Charlie was genuine. You want to ask a question? Let me finish my my opening monologue thing, and then come on up and ask a question.
This is the thing that makes me like. I need to get someone has to confirm like what's like the news. Like authorities are still searching for the suspect in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. Mayor says
that's the Speaker of the House.
That's five. This was posted 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, said that they're still looking for him.
The shooter is still at large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know who that guy was. I don't know if he was an accomplice or what, but yeah, he wasn't. He was apparently not the shooter.
I gotta watch, but hey, you can go. Jeremy's probably has a much better panel. Nick, don't worry about us over here. I just wanted to. A lot of people were asking me just to go live, I guess. So I was like, all right, we'll just get our thoughts out, and I want this to be a space where people can just talk. You know, what the heck is happening in America, Jay? R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Thoughts and prayers for his family.
I'll tell you what,
Thank you.
I am not a very big conspiracy theorist. I think that there's definitely conspiracies out there that are very much more true than not, but it does not, I do not have a doubt in my mind that this is because of how much he was affecting international people. I think that his push into the UK scared the crap out of whoever they are. And this is their punishment, that he had gotten too big and they needed to get rid of him. And I don't know who they is, but don't go anywhere unless you're strapped.
I think it's an important message to for those that have children. Get and wives, you know, and people that you love. Get them trained, man. Get them trained, you know. Get them trained. I just, you know, just seeing everyone online, they assassinated freaking Charlie Kirk, 31 years old, two beautiful children, a beautiful wife. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what they are going through. Oh my gosh, Gothix is here.
Does
Wicked Virtue is here.
Utah has the death penalty.
It's so very two. Hard. It's like you know, and just speaking clearly, it's very hard as a Christian. You know, I wanted more than anything God to perform the ultimate miracle, so He could shine His glory, you know, through that situation. And you wonder, you know, as a Christian myself, you have these wonders, like why? You always ask that question, why? What is he doing? What's the big guy doing? When situations like this, and it was like we were talking about it this morning. It wasn't that long ago, man. Some crazy freaking leftist shot up children in a Catholic school.
Yep.
And then our government comes out and says, "Be nice to the trans people." You know, then that poor woman, that 100-pound, if she was even that.
Yep.
And then to have people standing there and just watch it happen, you know. And now this, you know, this was I just like Charlie Kirk was not a I don't know, it's like he's not a high profile. You know what I mean? Like it's not taking shots at Trump. It's like that's a high profile person. And you know, you see these pictures of this guy that they're sharing. Oh, it's just
one of the coolest things I think I saw Charlie do. Did you watch the Are the Surge on Twitter?
No.
So it was a documentary on basically Trump's campaign from, I think, like a week, or it was from the first debate through his return to Butler. And there's a really cool moment in it. I think it was like one of the last episodes where Charlie was actually talking to Trump. And the first thing that kind of hit me was Charlie was tall. 6'5", like that.
He's a tall man.
I knew that, but it hadn't like been clear. Like I hadn't actually seen it. And then and just the camaraderie that he had with Trump. And this whole thing is just, and you got someone mentioned it in the chat. You've got Pritzker, that lard ass in Illinois, blaming Trump for this, saying that
Yeah.
Trump is this spewer of hateful rhetoric. It's like, have you listened? First off, have you listened to what you've said? Not just what you JP Pritzker has said, but listen to what Letitia James has said, the AG of New York. Listen to what Governor Hochul in New York has said. Listen to what the mayor or the governor of Maryland. You got all these leaders and high-profile individuals of the Democratic Party just spewing hate. Like, you want to talk about whether or not hate speech is legal? How about you? You're the one sitting there saying that they're Nazis. I'm not saying that. Charlie's not saying that. They're the ones with just pure fucking hate. Sorry.
No. Dude, just be yourself. It's all good.
Pure hate
No, it's all
coming out of their mouth.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, they're the one. You go back and watch speeches and read books about what was said in Germany in 1938. And they are the ones mimicking that, not us. And it blows my mind.
Now, these people, these progressive left people, we have been watching them, at least on this channel. Ripa says it. Ripa is actually correct here. I'm just trying to see about the shooter. Make no mistake, the evil people celebrating the death of Charlie also want you dead too. I 100% believe that.
Yep.
Pretending otherwise is a death trap. That is not something you can afford to be idealistic on
anymore. Like, we could have. What was there's a soldier that received the Medal of Honor a couple of years ago. He's the one that said someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Yeah.
He just prior to that, he talks about how Americans don't want war. All we want is peace. Because we've seen war.
I Canalist, thank you so much. You don't have to do that, brother. I would have highlighted it anyway. For those that need to hear it, Lamentations 3:5-7. You came near me when I called you, and you said, "Do not fear." Yeah. Yeah. Deuteronomy 32:35. Vengeance is mine. Yeah. Man, that's hard to read, man.
And recompense.
Like, it's hard to read because it's like, what are we,
Vengeance is, I think, what a lot of us want right now.
Exactly. For the day of their calamity is at hand, and the things to come hasten upon them. Yeah. People are saying, Jay, it's hard not to be. It's okay to be angry, man. You need to be freaking angry. And not only angry, we have to be. I know there's people that have people that they love so much in their lives. We have to be on top of things. We have to be on top of things in protecting those that you love, being prepared, being ready. I don't know. It's just like, it's hard. I'm just kind of in shock because it's like, I feel first of all, let me get this point out. Sorry, everybody. I'm like all over the place. Going back to like the laws of the land and the politics that were played. I feel like since the Obama administration, excuse me, there were things pushed on the American people that we didn't like. You know, we were like, these laws, these things that they were sliding under, these judges that they were putting in place that we never heard about, the radicalization of college universities, the craziness that started to happen in our education system. They started to slowly, and I'm new to this whole thing, but like when you read about it and then you understand exactly what was going on and you start to educate yourself on how they got to get the college, they can get the college students radicalized, they could stay in power forever. When we started to push back on that, earlier on before Trump's term, when people started speaking out, they went younger. They started getting these people that graduated radicalized, and they started to become kindergarten teachers, first grade, second grade, third grade. They're like, get them younger. And then it's like, we got to teach critical race theory. We got to teach the white people that they're bad. Okay, we've got to do it in our museums. We've got to go into our museums and tell everybody that America is bad, white people are bad, everything is bad, and if you don't believe this, you're the enemy and you have to be taken out. The freaking media promotes these people that literally go on there and talk about violence in the street. Literally go on there. We've played it on this channel more often than not. And then when violence happens, they blame Trump or they blame the right. They blame people that have guns. So then Trump gets elected. All hell breaks loose. They waited to find their moment. And in comes George Floyd. Well, George Floyd. Now we've got everything burning in the streets, right? Everybody's burning in the streets. And they just kept pushing. They kept pushing. They kept pushing. They kept filling this thing with judges. And while people were focused on the burning, these government laws were starting to get passed, and it started to get more radical. And we're all like, what the heck is going on? To the point where they started showing freaking pornography in our school system, to when and the USAID all went under the rug, that they were paying all this ridiculous radical funding and all this stuff. Trump gets reelected again, and we start the pushback. Starts with our schools. Florida, I can only speak for Florida. Florida passed the law. The left tried to call it the Don't Say Gay law, had absolutely nothing to do with that. They were calling for violence in the street then in Florida, right? They were calling for that crap in Florida. It was basically, we're not going to give kids pornography and teach about two genders in second grade. What the freak is wrong with you people? Started pushing back, and these radical judges start popping out of nowhere, calling for this, calling for that. People saying there's going to be blood in the streets and blah. Now it's like, now we're really pushing back, and they got nothing left. Everybody has seen how crazy these people are, how power hungry they are, how they hate Christians, you know, how they hate Americans, and how if they can keep everything burning, that they could probably stay in power. This is just Jay talking. I'm just saying, rambling. And now we've gotten to this point where we are finally pushing back, and we're pushing back fast, and they hate it. And they're going to do everything in their power by killing children in a Catholic school, right? Seeing a white woman on a bus and slitting her throat, assassinating a guy that speaks in college campuses. It is horrific. It is absolutely horrific. And that's all they have left. And I'm in shock process, whatever you want to call it, you know, and it's just like, Lord Jesus, come now, because I just don't see unsettling, like, or people like just calm for a while. Does that make sense? I don't see like calmness happening for a while. You know, these are the people that pushed abortion, they pushed death, they wanted to push self. If this stream gets taken down, I'm sorry. They wanted to push self-suicides on people like they do in Canada, like all that kind of stuff like that. So these are the same people that if you're not going to join us, we're going to push, because like, how crazy is it, man? When these are the same people that are like, we don't want law and order in our town. Like when you hear these politicians say that, when it's like, we don't want the National Guard here, we don't want law and order here. It's like, are you serious? Like, that makes zero sense. Who doesn't want safe streets? Who doesn't want, you know? And now someone gets shot at a college, killed. Now what is it going to look like? You know, is Trump going to go ham and just like, I don't care what any governor says now, like I'm going for it?
I would
You know what I'm
be
saying?
if
Like,
I
I'm sorry, and
was
forgive me, chat, forgive me, Kings. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was like just trying to process this whole thing. It's like,
if
you
I
know,
was a Democrat governor right now, I would be very scared to see what the their response looks like, because I would be shocked if in the next month the National Guard is not deployed to every single blue city.
yeah. My mom said as a kid, she thought that hippies were cool, and now she realized they were the ones radicalizing our children. Lily
Yep.
for 5.
They started with small things like just love is love and the man is bad, and now it's just straight up kill your babies, have sex with however many men you want, and you can be whatever you want, whether it makes sense or not.
John the Beagle Dad basically says, "Who's next, huh?" You know, my heart is my heart's crying, my soul is raging. God protect us. It's like I am afraid of retaliation the wrong way. I'm afraid of copycat crimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid like I I point blame heavily on the media.
Absolutely.
And I wouldn't be I'm trying to like skate a fine line, you know, with our freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, you know what I mean? Like with our freedom, and it's just like the media is out of control, man. Like they are out of control.
I would pay to be part of the wrongful death suit that his family is, I hope, files against CBS, NBC, MSNBC, freaking the crazy lady on the 5 on Fox. Tomorrow I would be filing wrongful death suits against every single news media organization out there.
Look at these horrible people.
The chair would ask that all members present in the chamber and those in the gallery please rise for a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family.
Prayer for Charlie Kirk. House Democrats object to a request for prayer. The House Democrats object to a request for prayer at the apparent assassination of Charlie Kirk. How horrible.
I want to see which one it is.
No, they didn't even go into the chamber. They refused to go in. So
Oh.
We will join prayer right after this, okay?
wait, what happened? It's a moment of silence.
Someone's just said something. So the chair is about to respond.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise?
I can't hear what they're saying. From Colorado?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I can't hear what she said.
Let's wait a minute. Wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
They don't care. They don't freaking care.
The House will be in order.
So basically, they're objecting to the request for prayer.
We will join prayer right after this, okay?
Well, so it's a woman.
Chair lays before the House a communication.
They're screaming about not praying?
There are only 2 female representatives that are Democrats from the state of Colorado. Diane DeGetti, who's been a representative since 1997, and Brittany Peterson, who's been a representative since 2023.
So they objected to prayer for his
one
family?
of them did. Yep. One of them got up there and started yelling.
News is saying he has died. Yeah, he passed away. He died. He died. He died. Despicable. Democrats shouting during a moment of prayer and silence for Charlie Kirk. How's that old saying go? When people tell you who they are, you need to believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Or listen. Is that how it goes? When people tell you who they are, you should listen.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't I don't know. He debated with dignity, never cussed, never belittled anyone. A friend, a patriot, husband, and father. R.I.P. I just want to this was the man that they assassinated. The last thing he posted was 3 hours ago.
Probably just before he got up there and started talking.
Wow. He posted a lot of stuff about Jesus too. Charlie Kirk, America will never be the same. God dang. Holy crap. What a 17 hours ago. Psalms 141:1. Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. I don't want to, but I will. This stuff has to end. Llama pajamas for $10. Violent rhetoric leads to violent acts. History repeats itself. We are fighting the domestic terrorist, the enemy within. We need the guards to keep order. At this point, man, it's just like that tweet is haunting. That tweet is haunting. America will never be the same. Jeez. Rating from Beardo. He's done already?
I think a lot of people are.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
I think a lot of people are quitting for the day. Like I found out about this like almost at 3:00 and just stopped working. I just sat there and refreshed Twitter all day. It was, I mean,
yeah, you were just like, you just kept looking and wondering and hoping, and praying that you know, the guy would pull through. It's like, and then like when the video stuff came out, you're just kind of like, dear sweet Jesus, man. And
It
again,
was a
the first
terrible
thing,
video.
the first thing was like, I know God could do whatever. He could do anything. And shout out Fear the Beardo. Like, you guys didn't have to raid. Shout out you guys. And holy crap, Doug B. You don't have to super chat, brother. Thank you. No words. Anger. Yeah. Again, that like there's so many things that I like struggle with like a person that is just trying to understand his faith. And this is like, it's stuff like this that's one of it. And it's just, you know, a guy who was doing everything right, a guy who had like family, 2 little children, you know, beautiful wife, never cussed. I appreciated
Didn't drink.
That he wasn't a cusser like me. You know, like I appreciated that. He loved the Lord. At least that's what I always got when I heard him speak and heard him talk. So he loved what he did. And it's like, and right now we're right on the eve of people trying to process how a beautiful woman was murdered in North Carolina. Like, and people just watched her bleed to death. And right on that, we were right on the heels of a freaking crazy trans person shooting up children in a Catholic school. And it's just, how much further do we have to go before people are just like, we are tired, man. We are tired. We have to show up, and in any and all elections, number one, because you know what the left's going to do? This is all about taking our guns, you know?
Yep.
Let's take our guns. They're going to make it so political that that's just what they do. They're going to blame Trump. They're going to blame others. Oh, man,
they've already started doing it.
I didn't even give the link out, and Beardo's here. I wasn't trying to stream over you, man. Like my
No, dude. I get it, man.
How did you get in here?
I have access to your StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I was kind of like, what?
I still have manager access to StreamYard from High T. From High T. Do you not want me here? Do you not want me here?
No. Don't be ridiculous.
I figured I'd keep you guys company, man.
No.
It's a rough day.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's rough.
Send the link to X-Wing if he wants to hop on too. That'd be cool.
I'll send it to him.
And
I
get the
think he
boys.
said he wanted to join.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Get the boys in here. Get the boys in here.
And I'll tell you why he's doing that. The other thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So
King.
there are a bunch of people tweeting things like, you know, they've just created 1 million Charlie Kirks. And first off, there isn't another person like Charlie Kirk. But what we need to do, and whether it's the 3 of us on here, whether it's people in the chat, whether it's your children, your grandparents, whoever, we cannot be quiet anymore. Whether it is sitting there, what's up, X-Wing? Whether it is sitting there and you see someone, it's very much like hear something, say something, or see something, say something. If you hear someone say, you know, Trump is this, you cannot let that go away anymore. You have to fight back, whether it is replying to the tweet, whether it is pulling the friend aside saying, hey, you know, that's wrong, right? And this is why that's wrong. You can't let this demonic, hateful rhetoric continue like it, because it's, for the most part, I mean, I'm extremely guilty of this. Someone sits there and says some joke about like, oh, DeSantis is terrible and something like that, and I just go, you know, it's easier if I don't say anything. It's easier if I just, you know, close out of the chat and go back to work. But we can't do that anymore. They are literally killing us now.
I think we owe it to Charlie to continue the conversation the same way he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He died for it.
We were talking about on my stream a little bit ago, and me and X-Wing and Blaine, we all 3 agreed. Unfortunately, going forward, this is going to transcend politics. Like, this is beyond like voting. voting for change. It's beyond that at this point. Like, these people in the media, they want a civil war. And I think, and you're seeing the rhetoric on Twitter right now, like people on our side, like they're done, and they all acknowledge it.
Well, a lot of that stuff, I don't know. This was one of his last posts.
Yeah.
It's we were talking before you guys got here. It was just like we just went through a deranged lunatic shooting up children in a school, so the kids
Yep.
are not safe,
Yep.
who happen to be Christians. So Christians were not safe. Charlie Kirk is a Christian. He's not safe. He was assassinated today at 31 years old.
Yep.
A young girl, probably at 85 pounds, was stabbed to death in the neck while people watched her bleed out.
Yep. And did you see that there was another school shooting today?
There was,
Yep.
well, that
in Colorado.
so far that's been unconfirmed. It's been going back, and I've been looking at that. That's why I haven't brought it up yet.
We talked about it.
That it could have been. Yeah, I'm looking at stuff now, and people are saying that it wasn't.
Okay.
So there's the thing is, when something like this happens, there is going to be all kinds of, like,
Yes.
so tomorrow's 9/11, right? Of
Yeah.
all things. Not to get into any anything like that. When I was alive during 9/11, a young lad, I was in Florida, and when that was going on, there were reports, dude, that there was assassins on roofs assassinating people. There was reports that there were 16 planes. There was reports that there was car bombings in Miami. There was it was like, we're sitting here like, what do we do? It was until the dust, you know what I mean? Like, till the dust settled, and then it's like, this is what happened, and all that stuff. And it's like, even like now, like I don't even know. I don't even, like, it's hard to say what the truth is. The fact that I can't get any update if they actually caught the shooter.
Well, apparently there was
ABC
the
is
one
saying they killed
guy.
him.
There was apparently the one guy, the old guy, but then shortly afterwards they were like, that wasn't the guy. He was just involved or whatever.
He was a crazy man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like celebrating him dying. But this is like I showed this earlier. This is, and again, like, we're not gonna like there's gonna be people that celebrate everything, and that's just who they are. But this just shows that there's so much work to be done. Like, this guy here, well, I guess he lost the debate. Is already at 1.4 million views and
Disgusting.
120,000 likes.
Disgusting.
Right? 120,000 likes of people celebrating the death of a man whose two very young children just lost their father. It makes me worried about,
And one of them was there too.
Yeah.
it makes me worried about you, Beardo, me.
Yeah.
We go out in public, if there's like these freaking crazy people out there that are just like, these guys speak out against the stuff, like, they gotta go, Jeremy.
And
First thing that it comes to mind, it's just like,
I said that on my show. I said Charlie Kirk started off as one of us, a YouTuber, and like, we're friends with a lot of people. We work with a lot of people who are outspoken and tell the truth and encourage an educated debate, like Drew Hernandez, Benny Johnson, Jeremy, Ryan, you, me, like all of us. Like, and there's been a lot of stuff that has been said about us. And when you see what happened to Charlie Kirk, like let alone how brutal and violent and gruesome it was, but Charlie Kirk was one of us, man.
Yep.
And I think this was Trump was the warning shot, but this, I think, was the real warning shot that the media and the left, they want us to stop doing this. They want us to stop encouraging debate. They want us to be scared to talk and have free speech and tell the truth. And also encourage, like, this was the warning shot. They want to shut all of this down. Only listen to the media. Let us condition you. Let us fearmonger you.
Mhm.
Don't listen to these guys like Charlie Kirk who are outspoken. Don't listen to these guys. We're going to shut all this shit down because guess what? If you go out there and do it, you're going to be the next one. You're going to be the next Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was the warning.
Oh, of
And
course.
it
No,
is so sad.
I think, and I'm going to grab these real quick. Doug with $100 says no words. Oh, I got that earlier. War Machine gifted 10 memberships to the channel. Thank you, brother. You guys don't have to super chat, but I appreciate it. I'm not going to play the Roastico on this stream, but I can get you on another time. Doug B for 50. There was a tweet that posted yesterday about Kirk coming on their campus saying that they hope he gets Minecrafted. I think, and Wokeness found it. Yeah, he got that a lot. He got that a lot.
Mhm.
He got that a lot. And this isn't about me whatsoever, but just to show you how crazy people are. You guys remember last week I was showing you some of the DMs of people saying that they hope I die. Right? Remember, like we were showing that on the show, just so because one time I was like, "Yeah, I get death threats every now and then," and people are like, "No, you don't, Jay." I was like, "Let me show you a couple. Like, let me show you a few that are in my DMs right now." So it's crazy, people, man. Bruce for 20. It feels as dark as midnight, but the dawn will eventually come. Hold the line. I say we hold the line and push forward, man. We push forward. Apologies for my super yesterday, Beardo. Keep on. Tom, I don't know what that's about.
You're all good, Tom. It was on main event.
Mash for $2. The people who are celebrating this have no soul. Yeah, and they need to be not identified, but you need to keep watch of who is saying what. We are now to the point where if anyone disagrees with you, they should not be living. And that's what I was saying earlier. If you look at thank you for the Doug B. Thank you. You spent $200 over here. And this is what I was saying earlier. They did everything in their power in the Obama years to flood our education system with radical, crazy people, to get these young people to hate our country, to hate people that don't agree with you, to hate Christianity, to hate. When we started pushing back against the colleges, those radical people went and injected themselves into our elementary schools, pushing gender, pornography, hate America, hate your race, hate everything about you, because they wanted to control them. When these kids grow up and they're radicalized and they're all this, they are easily to control and vote for whoever they want. This is what they were. This is just in quick. Look at the people who they're trying to kill. They tried to kill Trump. That should have been the warning sign for all of us. We should have stayed vigilant. We should have had our eyes open. We should have been ready that if they couldn't get the man, they were going to try to take out all the little people around him pushing. That's what, but even me, you know, we celebrated the win. Now Trump is like steamrolling crime, steamrolling these ideologies, steamrolling this edge. Like he's just like pushing them down and like they have nothing else. The only thing they can do is take people out. That's all they got. There's no debates anymore. There's nothing. They just want to take it. They want to take everyone that doesn't agree with them out. You, your family, they want to laugh. Like, look at this piece of trash right here. She of course, went right to TikTok. Charlie Kirk got shot. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, right? That's who they are. That is who they are.
I got another one for you,
and
Jay.
If we do not hit the gas pedal now and just push them where they got to be, you know,
all these people celebrating, man, like it's already happening.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to turn this into a.
People celebrating, man, and like this chick was using gospel music, thanking God,
saying God's timing is always right.
God's timing is perfect, which is it's insane, man.
Gina Carano was right. The left have been calling conservative Nazis for years. It is, if any wonder, they feel okay attack. Yeah, this is and like we said this too. That is the ultimate cancel culture. Well, we can't cancel people on Twitter anymore. We can't cancel their social media. They're not getting fired. So what's next?
We're gonna take their life.
We saw what we saw today.
Yep.
Did you see there was a moment in the House where?
We showed that trash too, where the Democrats refused to pray.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was Representative Brittany Peterson. So it was a single Democrat that rose up and started yelling about it. I think she's angry that they were trying to do a prayer for that and not the Colorado thing.
Radio traffic from Utah City Public Safety Dispatch Channel described the suspect in the Kirk incident as dressed all in black, black bag, sunglasses, with a long gun.
It was a high caliber rifle. I mean, you can
Oh,
just
100%.
you can tell.
I found the description you were looking for on the template for the mail. You ready for that? And I'll give it the
They haven't found the
mail.
freaking shoe.
All in black, long.
20 minutes ago, he was still a large.
Aviator style sunglasses with a long gun.
What kind of gun did that
A
X-wing?
long gun means like a
Rifle.
hunting rifle.
It was a rifle, high
How
caliber
far? How
rifle.
far back was he? Do you think?
Rumors
Had
or
to be at
reports it was
least-
like 200 yards.
Had to be
Yeah.
at least. If you look at the crowds, it's at least 150, 200, maybe even 250 yards. But that person knew how to shoot. I'll tell you that much.
And how the way the media's handled it, I don't know if you covered it yet, Jay. The MSNBC
Oh, yeah.
was like
Pathetic.
do we know if this was a Trump supporter shooting off
Pathetic.
shots into the air in celebration? Disgusting.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
Just retardation.
I just something seems off to me. Because unless, I don't know, maybe they grew up in a hunting home or something like that, but a crazy deranged liberal to be able to perform with a weapon like that, it just seems odd.
I don't think we're going to find out any information about this guy. Anything about the background, motives, or anything. I think it's going to get swept under the rug, and that, these three-letter agencies are just going to hide as much as they can.
Sorry, my mom's texting me. Sorry,
Oh, it's that kind of day, man.
my
It's that
mom
kind
is
of day.
like,
Yep.
she knows what I do, and she's just like,
I want to know why did they arrest the other guy? Like how involved was this other guy that he was
I think he's
found
just a crazy
before
person.
the freaking
They probably grabbed the first person cheering.
I would not be surprised if there was probably a few people involved in this that were there.
Yeah.
And they probably just grabbed one guy who happened to be there as well. Whether you said King celebrating, and because these kind of debate rallies that Charlie Kirk and social media people that do the same thing, they always have people there that are against, because it's open debate. He encourages debate, so there's people there that hate them. So it could be just a deranged person there who hated him, or he could have been involved in some way, shape, or form.
we're all like searching social media trying to get,
Neil brings up a good point, though. It's a college campus. There should be cameras everywhere.
There should be.
absolutely.
And after the Trump assassination attempt, like, how does this happen? How does this happen? And I don't care if they were 200, 300 yards away. How does this happen?
Apparently, this is new footage appears to show a person on the roof just moments before. I don't want the chat to know I am not going to show any footage of the incident.
Yeah.
I am not going to show that,
Good.
like, whatsoever. I saw it twice, and then my feed is full of it. I'm trying to avoid it. It's horrific.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over. Where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in, and now he's right there. Just saying. Just getting right up.
That's weird.
Is that before or after? Because I thought I heard sirens in the back towards the end of the video.
The person on the roof moments before Kirk was shot. That's what the caption is saying.
Wow.
So
How are these guys
Um,
able to set up and have this much time? That's what blows my mind.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to see like what. There's a lot of news coming out and like different angles, different footage. Um, they can't find the assassin. What is going on? Just it sucks and it is heartbreaking that these moments are what triggers people to open their eyes to see exactly how horrific
Mhm.
the world has America and like things have gotten, you know, how the how vile and people who have no love for life and just how it's like it's heartbreaking that it is that this is what again it's like we've had a trifecta of events like that could have been anybody that we know as kids that was shot up in that school, and then to have our government come out and say don't upset the transgender people. You got to be freaking kidding me, right?
Yeah, how dare you?
And
the
then
party
it's
of
like
tolerance. The party of tolerance and understanding is the one that's out there killing people who are
And
trying to have open debate.
and then just a few days ago everybody saw their wife, girlfriend, daughter, mom as that woman that was just stabbed in the throat. And I couldn't tell you, I said this earlier, I don't know if I was, yeah, the event was horrific, number one, like don't get it twisted, but I felt like I was more angry. I was more Jeremy rated. Holy crap. I was more angry. Jeremy just ended, said he'll join it. Okay. All right, awesome. Let me send him a link. I think I was more angry. That the people that sat around and did nothing, when you think about like friends of mine that I know, like that have kids, and it's like would nobody even help someone's child, their daughter that was stabbed, and just sit there and just let them bleed out?
This lines up perfectly. I have the
And
map.
and then right after that, it's Charlie Kirk gets assassinated for talking to college kids like he's been doing for some time now.
Dan wants a link.
This
Oh, shit. Can you send him one, Beardo?
I'll send it to him. I just want to double check with you.
Yeah,
first.
of course.
the thing in the house.
Oh, I just saw your text, X-Wing. Sorry about that.
Apparently, the blow up in the house was because you had a bunch of them saying no, stuff like that in the background, and then Lauren
Here's
Bower.
where Charlie Kirk was. This is where Charlie Kirk was underneath the steps, and then here, that's that guy that they got the video of laying on top of the Losi Center. This is the Losi Center right here, and they were filming from walking right here. So he would have been right there, and then Charlie would have been right there. So yeah, that's a 200-yard shot.
Yeah, Jeremy, thanks for popping on, man.
Yeah.
Some people were there was some people earlier that say they were like, are you and Jeremy fighting? You're never on stream together. Are you and Jeremy, like all that stuff? So I was like, no, man, we're good. We're good. And I know like I appreciate sending people over too. But yeah.
Yeah. It's just been no, of course not. Now I don't like Beardo, but me and Jay.
Yeah.
No, man, it's just been obviously I love Jay, so we have. I don't know why people say it, but today is a very difficult day, and I'm having trouble processing it. I'm having trouble understanding it. It hasn't really like I've been on stream the whole time, so I haven't been able to fully comprehend it.
Yeah.
And my head's kind of effed up already because about 30 or 40 5 minutes into my stream, my daughter just randomly messages me. She says, "OMG, I love you," you know? And so it's like, because she had heard about it, you know? And it's just terrifying. I don't know how else to put it into words that Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yeah.
And Charlie Kirk, 31 years old with a beautiful family, who was doing the crime of using his words to communicate with people. And now he's dead. And we have visual of it. And I saw the video and I hate the video.
Yeah.
I did something that I normally don't do. I said, like, the video needs to be censored. We need to take it down. And I don't think that truly, but like, it's such a bad visual. And I know all of you have probably seen the visual of it.
I haven't seen it.
It is.
I couldn't bring myself.
Don't
bad,
watch it.
dude. It is.
Do not watch it.
It is bad. And
I you know, for you, and not to give out anybody's, you know, everybody knows X-Wing has a daughter as well. We were just talking about how I can't imagine what you guys feel and everybody in the chat that has a daughter, wife. Like we said, we just had a crazy lunatic shoot up a freaking Catholic school with children, protecting other children. We just had this woman that's get brutally stabbed on a freaking bus for nothing, you know, for just minding her own business. And now, father of daughters, just, you know, life is gone for what? Having a good time with college students and laughing and doing what he always does. Those fun debates and stuff. And yeah, look at Bruce in the chat. I have 4 daughters and it freaks me out.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're dealing with some. We're heading for some really dark times right now with the thing that happened on the train or the subway, and then the fact that Charlie Kirk's, I think his last tweet was him talking about that.
Yes.
And now Charlie Kirk being killed in front of thousands of college students, and there's a video. There's multiple videos of it where the world can see it. And I don't like where we're heading. I don't want us to head to this place, but it feels like we're heading for a very, very dark place.
I know you don't have a lot of time, but it's just, for me, it's and anyone in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong or whatever. My gosh, we got a whole party here. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. We have been saying this. I know Jeremy has been saying stuff like this on his channel. It is these people from the Obama administration, the radicalizing these people in the colleges to hate our country, to hate Christianity, to hate white people. And now they become teachers, and it's just it just is built up with these laws, these crazy judges. The media has just poured gasoline on it. I hold them highly responsible for this type of horrendous stuff that is happening. And when we finally start pushing back, they have lost any argument or sensibility, and this is the ultimate cancel culture in their mind. They just need to remove them. Yeah, they just have to remove them. And if anybody else wants to speak, and that's why I said, but when we started the stream, I was like, I worry about my friend. I worry about Jeremy. I worry about Ryan. I worry about Beardo. I worry about my friends on the stream here who speak out. There was a time when Dan was sort of tweeting about what was going on in his country. And I remember Jeremy and stuff like, Dan, everybody just remember that you were going to be arrested. Yeah. Like, not that you personally were, but what was happening in Brazil. It
happened. And you know what made it better? A lot better? Trump being elected.
Yep.
Yeah. Things got a lot better after Trump got elected. It's still like in theory, like the laws are still in place. Like you still can't be arrested. We don't have a First Amendment here, but things got in practice a lot better after Trump got elected. And I would just like to tell you guys, I asked Jay to join the stream because
always welcome.
Just wanted to say something from the Brazilian perspective. Like, what happened today is grave. What's been happening in the West, not only the United States, we've seen it happening in the UK, in Brazil, is grave, but it's not surprising. It's grave, but not surprising. And you know, for the people who might be here that don't know me, I am a Brazilian. I have seen that sort of shit happening before. You guys remember in 2018, Bolsonaro, our only opposition to the left here in Brazil and maybe in South America at that time, was nearly killed in an assassination attempt in my town, just in my town. I was there at the rally. And when that failed, the left now is trying to kill him, to assassinate him politically. It's trying to lock him for life. And I know what it's like to watch a country eaten away by Marxist ideology, and this is not random. This follows a pattern. Marxism, socialism, communism, it's all different drinks made out of the same poison. It's an ideology responsible for some, if not the greatest man-made killings in history, ever recorded by history. So a murderous ideology, people who defend a historically murderous ideology are capable of murdering, are capable of committing those atrocities that historically they are aware of and are still defending. Our history repeats itself. So something that always shocked me about some Americans, not all, but some of you, I feel, don't know as much as you should about Marxism, don't know as much as you should about the history of communism, and I'm here to encourage you to change that. Read about it. The Black Book of Communism, great work. Learn the numbers, study the records, and you will understand that this, what happened today with Charlie Kirk, was not extraordinary. It follows a pattern. It's the norm. A murderous ideology is going to murder. I'm not here to encourage you to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
But I want to encourage you to stay firm, to stay vigilant, be rational in this moment, but also don't be naive. It's time to start having the balls to bring the change from down up. Well, Jeremy and Gary and everyone here, we're always saying that politics is downstream from culture, right? And culture starts from down up. It starts from you having the balls in your personal life to start saying no, to start cutting ties, to start issuing ultimatums, to start saying, what the fuck, dude? That sort of sociopathic shit, evil shit doesn't cut with me. If you value my friendship, don't ever bring that up in front of me ever again. Politely but swiftly start bringing change to your personal life, to your personal relationships. Start saying no to that evil in your relationships, in your business, in your family. And I promise you your life will be better for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I wanted to say.
Yep.
Dude.
And to follow up what Dan said, here in America,
that was awesome.
Here in America, important figures that have spoken up against the man, who have spoken up against the government, and the way that people like that, these Marxists, these socialists, important people who have spoken up against it, have all been attempted or assassinated for having free speech and expressing their words. JFK, RFK, Martin Luther King Jr., Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump, and now today, Charlie Kirk. When you have your freedom of expression and the freedom of your voice and you express it, the other evil side hates it and they do not care. They will try to wipe you out. And the beautiful thing about America is we do have the Second Amendment. Please, please take this moment as an example to protect yourself, express your Second Amendment right, and protect yourself. Gentlemen out here,
listen,
protect your family, protect your family, keep your head on a swivel, because these people hate your guts. Since the Obama administration and even since Trump, the media has been programming these weirdos and these liberals to hate white people, to hate Christians. And when you're out there in public, you do not know what the person next to you is thinking. You have to protect yourself, because you never know when somebody's going to take action into their own hands and try to hurt you or hurt your family. So always have situational awareness to protect yourself and your family.
Yeah, agreed. But
Well said.
and I know Jeremy can't stay that long because he's going. Well, I don't know how long he can stay, but
Well, yeah,
I know you're gonna fire up another
well,
Cobra
no,
Cast,
no,
and
no.
we're all
I'm
gonna
go hang out with my family for a bit because I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
not
yeah.
really had a chance because I've gotten messages from all of them since this whole thing started.
I wasn't
'cause it's-
kicking you out, but I
good,
knew
man.
you.
No, no,
I
no.
knew you've been like.
I'm here.
that's
It's
why-
time to
that's-
go. It's time to go, Jeremy.
No,
Yeah.
but it's just been this is a tough day for everybody, and I think that this is not about politics at this point in time. This is transcended politics.
This is 100%.
Everything
Yeah.
Dan just said, everything Beardo just said, I agree completely. Very on point. Just everybody's got to keep their head. You got to keep your head.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
look, they're already like, and this is not going to be a stream. I don't want to show off too many of these crazy people, but I mean, look, it's already,
it's bad.
it's already
very, very bad right now, and we're heading for a very dark time, and you just don't. What is the saying? When your enemy is making a mistake, just let them.
yeah.
Don't get in the way. Just let them. And, thank God President Trump is the president right now. Because if Kamala Harris was the president right now, Charlie Kirk's legacy will be remembered as a person that changed everything. And I think he was a big part of getting President Trump. He was one of the most important pieces to the puzzle to get President Trump back in office. And now this is, and I really don't, it's no pun intended, but I can't think of anything other to say that this is a turning point.
Yeah.
And this is truly a turning point, and the guy that created Turning Point. So I'm going to go live again a little bit later, but right now, my head is spinning. I just said it to Gary and Ryan, but when we were on stream, this is the most, I covered when Kobe died, and that was a very difficult stream. I covered when Trump got shot. This Charlie Kirk stream is the toughest stream I've ever done.
Yes.
I still haven't processed it. I'm going to process it now, but it's hard to do it when thousands of people are watching you and all these stuff's going on. And we were getting reports that maybe he was alive and maybe he's in stable condition. But in my mind, I was like, I saw the video. There's no way. There's no way he survived. But
it was like God's intervention.
I know. And then
you're
getting those reports, and I'm like, it's an emotional roller coaster. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Love all you guys.
Hopping on, brother.
Yeah, man. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay.
Later, Jeremy.
Take care, man.
All right, bye, everybody.
I am going to show this because this is why I say I blame the media and everything. And I know Jonas is here, hasn't had a chance to say much, but
That's all right. That's all right.
What's up, Jonas?
We'll
Good to see you, gentlemen.
This is
Wish
so
it was under
I-
better circumstances.
The shooting of Charlie Kirk isn't a random event. Leftists have been calling for this, senseless and heartless.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
What was that, Kings?
I can show him right where it says a protest is supposed to be peaceful. It's called South Carolina v. Taylor. Supreme Court precedent from 1964 proves exactly what a protest is supposed to look like.
So we can.
How do you resist the
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized right up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. I said, even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
I mean, do I even have to keep playing?
Well,
this is who they are. This is who they are, who they always have been. And yeah, like when this stuff would come out, it was like, look how pathetic these people are. but they are literally injecting this poison into the most crazy of people that are going out and doing this stuff.
And that was my exact point. What I just said a few moments ago is that these people have been conditioned for so many years, 10 plus years, to hate you.
That's what I said. It started with education.
And they're inciting violence, and that they know that there's people who are crazy enough to act on it. They're not doing it, but they're inciting the crazies to do it.
Jonas, what? And I thank you guys for the super chat and that came in. I promise I will read them, even if I'm here by myself. Jonas didn't have a chance to really say anything, bro.
Sorry, Jonas, my bad.
No.
That's
you're absolutely you're fine, brother.
This is fine, and I came in, and this is the first time I've interacted with Dan, and I just
pleasure, man.
Amazing. The first words out of your mouth are the thing that I love to hear, which is
thank you.
Socialism is evil. It is 150 million people killed by communism in the history of the world, depending on who you ask. In fact,
light.
I think it's I think it is the opposite of Christianity. I think it is creating, making government into God. And these people think that they can legislate people into purity. And it gives them this high that they are the priests and that they themselves as government can become God. So these people look at what is being done in the world and they say, oh, I can fix that. Give me the power. Let me vote this. Let me interfere in your life. Oh, it didn't work. Let me take care of that for you. I look at what happened today, and, I don't want to say that Donald Trump, in the attempt on him, I'm not lessening that in any way, but Charlie Kirk was just a guy talking. He wasn't doing anything to anyone. And the main reason that they went after him is he was being effective. They're not going after Alex Jones. Forgive me, there may be Alex Jones fans here. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But Alex Jones is not going in front of the entire nation and making points that convince the entire nation. Charlie Kirk was making progress, and they hated him for it. And they wanted him to stop because he was making good points. I'm not agreeing with everything he's ever said, but that was why he was dangerous. And that's why I'm worried for so many of my friends in the fellowship here.
Yeah. This could have been any one of us, man.
It feels closer.
It does feel closer, man. It does feel closer.
And Jonas, you're totally right, man. This is why I have such a problem with mass media. Is just like what you said. They're trying to become God. Listen to me. I am the truth. I will lead you to the light.
Some idiot
created fanaticism.
So you guys probably already talked about it. The idiot on MSNBC saying, "Oh, it's probably one of his supporters celebrating with a handgun." Like, a handgun is not a mystic thing. It is a tool. It is something that most people keep holstered.
Yep.
And the people who understand how guns work, they keep them holstered. They try to create the Second Amendment into some kind of religious right. No, the Second Amendment protects the First. That has been one of the most important principles in America since the Bill of Rights. You have to. They're trying to create a culture in which they fear, and they want children to fear, the masculine, rugged man who is able to stand up for his principles. So then we need to terrify them with that. We need to stand up for our principles. We need to be in shape. We need to be well learned so that we can be ready with a quick defense. And we need to be good examples to our families. This terrifies them. And that's what Charlie Kirk was.
I couldn't agree more.
Amen.
I don't. This is such a powerful statement. They're not coming after me. They're going after you. I'm just standing in the way. Man, how true that is. What's up, Mo? Thanks for hopping on, brother.
What up, Mo?
Hey. And I see Steph's in the chat. What's up, Steph? You're also welcome to hop on, Steph, if you'd like to. We're just kind of having a conversation with everybody. Thank you guys for all the I should probably catch up, right? Hell is empty and the demons are here. It's night hyperbole. Marxism is the religion of evil. It seeks to snuff out all dissenting voices and ideologies for anything. I got to get my glasses. Sorry. And I guess it proves just how evil it is. These people have gone insane. We have to stand. Someone in the chat's like, Jay, I didn't know you had this channel. I'm live here every morning from 8 to 10. We talk about politics and stuff in life. So
Great
if you're
show.
new
Great
here,
daily show.
hit
I guess
the
it is.
subscribe.
Watch it every day.
Yeah, 9 to 10. Mo, thoughts? Thank you, Hayden.
Well, it's
as a father
like
and stuff, you know.
Oh, well, as a husband more so than anything. But just before that, I actually live in the Charlotte area. My wife works in Charlotte, so I was already like plenty mad. But this is just, I can't process it right now. The man was a husband, a father, and a son, and he was taken off this earth at 31, and I can't. It's like I'm on another planet right now. It's just not sunk in yet, and it's disgusting that they have done this. That man was everything they hated and everything any good man would want to be in this country, and they took him from us. He went into the Viper's Den. He went into the leper colony and tried to teach the good word to everybody to help them out, and I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Just real quick, if anybody has to leave, just feel free to
hang out.
I'll hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, no worry. I'm just saying, no worries. Like, you could just interrupt.
Yeah, Mo, I think that's how a lot of us are. Like we have feelings and almost full thoughts that we want to say, and then it's just emptiness.
Yeah. Well, how dark this day is just shows you how bright of a light Charlie was.
Look at our friend Drew, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Freaking Drew.
I mean,
if you don't know,
1 years old.
If you don't know Drew, Drew is another hero that we all look up to.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yep. Drew's great.
How did they?
Charlie
not
was
catch this
31. He's younger than my younger brother.
Only 31 years
younger than
old.
me.
Yep.
Man.
He's my age. My age, man.
Yeah.
What a success he was.
Literally a year older than me.
Welcome to Charlie Kirk's wife and 2 children were present. I only heard that one of his children were there. They were all there. That's
The evil is like it's almost difficult to comprehend.
But here's the thing. It's, there might be people that might want to silence their tongue when they see this stuff happening, and we have to be more resolute and watch what we say, but be strong like Charlie was. He metered what he said and made a point, and he turned a lot of people around. Even if he turned one person around, it was worth it. All right.
That's the purpose of terrorism. They want us to be afraid of speaking. This is a message. This is a message to us, to you, to your families. This is a message intended for us. And it says, be silent. Be quiet, or this might happen to you.
100%.
When I worked in the corporate world, I mean, it's one of the most feminine places you could ever work. Because if it was a bunch of men, it would just be cursing, and everybody would be allowed to say whatever they wanted to say. You could say something insane, they just say, "Oh, yeah, what an idea!" But you have to be corrected if you say anything that's off from the corporate messaging. If it can't be broadcast to the world, they don't want you saying anything like that in a corporate setting. So I lived my life before I got into YouTube and helping out in some of the businesses that I help out in. I had to watch every single thing I said. And I watched as it made me tone down my messaging, even as a Christian, made me tone down my messaging when I talk to people, trying not to be offensive, trying to be, I want to make sure that I'm fully understood in every moment, unwilling to make an offensive statement. And I'll tell getting away from that was so freeing. I was freaking out in 2020. Like, how am I going to live my life with my CEO getting on phone calls and telling me I need to read How to Be an Anti-Racist and White Fragility, recommending these books in front of the whole company here, trying to tell me that I'm evil because I'm white. Guess, spoiler alert, everybody, I am actually white. And I used to not even mention my politics. I try to stay away from it. I had a channel called Everything Woke where I just, I wanted people to know what kind of weird garbage they were putting in kids' stuff. That was the purpose of that. I was sitting next to Jay a little bit over a year ago at a Gina Carano panel in Knoxville, Tennessee, when Trump got shot. And in that moment, I said, my silence is not worth it. It has to be said. Trump needs to be president because the other option is this death by bureaucracy, death by Karen, death by silence. That's not freedom. That is quiet. It is not the same thing. And when things like this happen, because they wanted to silence him, CNN was literally saying that Charlie Kirk was dangerous yesterday. Well, he's the one who's dead today. So was he really the dangerous one when it comes down to it here? I'm tired of being silent. I'm tired of being polite. It really creates a lot of problems when I just want to cover something silly about pop culture. Really, when it comes down to it, I want people to pay attention, because the media we consume, what the teacher says to your children when they're at school, all of this matters. All of this stacks up. And the more you tolerate it, the more it creates the person that you are. Mm-hmm. So if you can't full-throated say, America is a fantastic country. America might be such a good country that it has saved the rest of the countries in this moment. Because America right now is the last bastion of freedom. Look at what they did in Australia during the lockdowns. Look at what they're doing in Great Britain right now. If we don't have freedom here, that's it for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very well said.
Absolutely, man. And the world is watching. I have a group of Brazilian friends here on WhatsApp, a DM group. Everybody's talking about it. People sending well wishes. People saying, God bless America. The world is watching.
And I like, if you guys are new here or new, when I'm live, this is just what I do here. So if you're not a believer or anything, it's okay. I'm not here to push the gospel or anything on anybody like this. But these verses just ring so much in my head. They went to Jesus and they're like, when is the last? What are the signs in the last days? And he's just like, you're going to hear of wars. Don't be alarmed. Such things have to happen. Nations will rise up against nation. There'll be famines, earthquakes. These are the beginning of birth pains, but right here, he said they'll be handing you over and persecuted and put to death. You'll be hated by all nations because of me. Christians are hated everywhere. And that time, many will turn away from their faith and betray and hate each other. Hatred is running wild in our country right now. Many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. And because of the increase of wickedness, which is what we see right here, the love of most will grow cold. That is exactly what we are seeing right before our eyes. The increase of wickedness is around us. And because of that, people are acting out. They are killing children. They are killing women on buses. They are shooting people that they don't agree with. That is exactly what we are saying. But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. And he says, like, the gospel will be preached, things like that. And it is just... we have got to push back against the wickedness. Just like, man, just exactly what Dan was saying. Like this whole, the fact that today's not I'm trying to get my thoughts here.
Take your time.
I always laugh so hard, not so hard, when somebody on Twitter from America is like, man, we need socialism here, and Dan responds. Every time Dan responds, and he's just like, do you even know what the freak you talking about?
It's like, do you want to trade places?
Right.
And it's like, they just announced they have the shooter. Can someone find a tweet, like his tweet?
That's where I'm looking.
Ash Patel, and then we can pull it up. And it just makes me laugh because
Jay always likes the comment every time.
Because it's like it's these people are they are meant to believe that that is the right way, that is going to solve all their problems.
Yeah. My favorite is growing up in Tampa and hearing somebody assume that the Hispanic person that they're talking to is Puerto Rican. And so they start going off on the government and how the government needs to do more to support, and the government needs to do socialism. And then to find out that the person they're talking to is a Cuban immigrant.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, they've been there. They had to fight to get out of there.
So this is from the FBI director. The subject for the horrific shooter today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. Thank you to the local government and state authorities in Utah. and for your partnership with the FBI. We will provide updates when available. And now the question is,
I'll believe it when I see pictures and a name.
like, who it?
Yep. And it's 4
Who
minutes
is it?
ago. So, well, 4 minutes ago, they haven't
Who is
released the
it?
name yet.
Everyone's asking. Yeah, I see it now. Everyone's asking, what's his gender? Was he trans? Was he there? Everyone's asking.
Pictures and a name. We need it.
All this. They want to know. They want to know.
Well, they got to cut his hair first. They got to wipe the makeup off.
Oh man, they got a video of the shooter running across the roof.
Yeah, we show like
Really?
there's shit. Listen, there's information flying all over the place, but look, like somebody, this picture's going all. I'm not saying this is the shooter at all. I don't want no false narrative, but this is, of course, a trans person that posted. Let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. This tweet is making the rounds majorly.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, so we need to wait and see. Lives of TikTok just posted a photo of someone saying, JD Vance, you're next. Yeah, we had that pulled up.
Yeah.
We had that pulled up. So I hope you guys heard Dan's advice to us that are living in the States. If you're just joining us.
Yeah.
So
I
don't know about
the freak out of that, if you don't mind.
No.
And I don't know about the rest of you all, but unfortunately, I have close family that considers me a conspiracy theorist. And even after Butler, after all that, they have the audacity to talk to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I've been in the belly of the beast. I've been canceled. And I've been trying to shout from the rooftops for what little people want to listen, that this was going to happen. It always goes the same way. You dehumanize a certain belief system, a certain set of people, they will become less than human as time goes on. You know, if you don't stand up against people that you might, this is what makes me so angry. That's why I wanted to get on here. It's like, I have to take that. And I'm like, no, I think you're wrong. And they talk to you, even people that have been in your life for decades, talk to you like you don't know what you're talking about, like you're a piece of garbage, like you're a conspiracy theorist, like I just walk around all day with a red head on, with a tiki torch in their minds. Why don't we just, I wish they would take the rhetoric down, but they're not going to. And it's like, what do you do next?
Have that conference if you want it. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But it's just like, it's like, what's the next viable option? And they're starting to whittle away at that. I don't know what the next available option is. Because in everybody's mind, it's kind of ticked up a notch, wouldn't you say?
I think we should all speak freely about it in our public lives and see how well they take it. Let's just all do it.
I was saying something like that earlier, and Dan said a very similar thing, that what this means is we cannot be silent anymore. We need to take it like Christ says in the Great Commission. We need to go out and actually start saying what needs to be said. We can't sit there and someone says something and then we just go, I'm
Kings, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut you. I just want to, and if anybody's got to bounce, they could just,
I probably will soon.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Like
you won't be rude if you just bounce. It's all good.
Good afternoon.
It's as loud as I got it, Chad.
We extend our sincerest condolences to the family and friends of Charlie Kirk. Our thoughts are also with the people who witnessed this traumatic event. We know that what you experienced was very difficult. As soon as we heard about the shooting, special agents and personnel from the Salt Lake Field Office responded immediately. We have full resources
here, Jay. Fixed audio.
You can't hear it?
Fixed audio.
It's very low.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's ABC, but
you want to hurry it up? You said you had it and there's nothing there.
I sent it to you in private.
Oh, I thought you were just going to pull it up. Got it. Thank you, X-Wing. Here we go.
Man, you talk shit to X-Wing for nothing.
I have to. That's who I am.
All the evidence. If anyone has any information, please report it to the FBI or local law enforcement. Thank you. On behalf of President Jimenez, who we've been communicating with, and she's on her way back right now, I say that on behalf of Utah Valley University, we are shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk. We express our sincere condolences to the Kirk family. We grieve with our students, faculty, and staff who bore witness to this unspeakable tragedy. He was invited by the student group Turning Point USA to speak on our campus. We firmly believe that UVU is a place to share ideas and to debate openly and respectfully. Any attempt to infringe on those rights has no place here. We do not condone any form of violence at UVU and seek to make our campus a safe place for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this dark and tragic occasion. I want to thank our law enforcement officers who are leading this investigation, starting with Chief Long and his response here with the UVU Police Department. We're grateful for your leadership and your team. And again, to the speakers that you've just heard from who are co-leading this investigation. I also want to recognize Sheriff Mike Smith, who has been an invaluable partner as this investigation moves forward. I've been in touch with President Trump, with FBI Director Kash Patel. We are completely aligned with our state and federal partners as we work through this case. Now, this is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation. And I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
Thank you.
Wow.
We are celebrating 250 years of the founding of this great nation. That founding document, the Declaration of Independence, that this great experiment on which we embarked together 250 years ago, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. The first one of those is life. And today, a life was taken. Charlie Kirk was first and foremost a husband and a dad to two young children. He was also very much politically involved, and that's why he was here on campus. Charlie believed in the power of free speech and debate to shape ideas and to persuade people. Historically, our university campuses in this nation and here in the state of Utah have been the place where truth and ideas are formulated and debated. And that's what he does. He comes on college campuses and he debates. That is foundational to the formation of our country, to our most basic constitutional rights. And when someone takes the life of a person because of their ideas or their ideals, then that very constitutional foundation is threatened. Now, we have a person of interest in custody. The investigation is ongoing. But I want to make it crystal clear right now to whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you. And we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law. And I just want to remind people that we still have the death penalty here in the state of Utah.
Well, hell yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
I love that. I love that.
Hang him.
Sorry. I'm out on that.
Our nation is broken. We've had
Later, Jonas.
political assassinations recently in Minnesota. We had an attempted assassination on the governor of Pennsylvania. And we had an attempted assassination on a presidential candidate and former president of the United States, and now current president of the United States. Nothing I say can unite us as a country. Nothing I can say right now can fix what is broken. Nothing I can say can bring back Charlie Kirk. Our hearts are broken. We mourn with his wife, his children, his family, his friends. We mourn as a nation. If anyone in the sound of my voice celebrated even a little bit at the news of this shooting, I would beg you to look in the mirror.
Shout out, Steph.
And to see if you can find a better angel in there somewhere. I don't care what his politics are. I care that he was an American. We desperately need our country. We desperately need leaders in our country. But more than the leaders, we just need every single person in this country to think about where we are and where we want to be. To ask ourselves, is this it? Is this what 250 years has wrought on us? I pray that that's not the case. I pray that those who hated what Charlie Cook stood for will put down their social media and their pens and pray for his family, and that all of us will try to find a way to stop hating our fellow Americans. With that, we're happy to take a few questions.
The FBI director is posting that a suspect is in custody. I would just like clarification. Do you or do you not have a suspected shooter in custody?
We have a person of interest in custody that is being interviewed right now.
That's not good enough.
That is not George Zinn.
That is not George Zinn. That is correct.
George Zinn must be the old guy.
Looking for another
Yeah.
or anybody else related to this.
Yes, we are actively looking for anyone and everyone who has any possible information relating to the shooting.
Can you tell us details about the suspect being taken into custody? Where, how long ago?
We cannot at this point, but we will get you that information when we can.
Is there believed to be a second individual involved in the shooting?
At this point, there is no information that would lead us to believe that there is a second person involved.
Can you guys talk about the possible shooter?
Do you want to talk about what we know there?
Yeah.
The only information we have on the suspect, the possible shooter, is taken from closed circuit TV here on campus. We do have that. We're analyzing it, but it is security camera footage, so you can kind of guess what the quality of that is. But we do know dressed in all dark clothing, but we don't have a much better description other than that.
Where do you think the shot came from?
The shot came from here on campus, from a location at potentially from a roof, yes. A longer distance shot from a roof.
So to clarify, with the security camera footage you have and the person of interest that's in custody, does that match up?
That's what we're trying to decipher right now.
So did FBI or DHS have anything on the threat board this morning?
Jay, real quick.
Yeah.
Chat's saying
I'll
that
just
Cash
say
Patel
that,
took down his tweet about having somebody in custody. That's not true. I'm on Cash Patel's Twitter right now. His tweet is still up as of 17 minutes ago. So.
Okay. Can you talk a little about the security of the event itself? Who was there security-wise, and what happens on these kind of events?
So my name is Jeff Long. I'm the police chief here at UVU, and I'll tell you right now, we're devastated. We're a small police department. We have a very large campus. We have over 40,000 students, and we love our students. We love our visitors, and we're devastated by what happened today. This is the police chief's nightmare. I'm very saddened for the Kirk family. I know his wife and parents found out about this. Obviously he's away from home. He's here in Utah. They find out by a police officer that visits their home. That's tragic. Nobody wants that. But I can tell you about our venue today. This was an open venue. This was outside. We did have 6 officers working that event. We had probably over 3,000 people that were in attendance. It sat down in kind of a bowl area here on the central campus. We have a waterfall area. And so he was kind of in a lower area. surrounded by buildings. We had some plainclothes police officers that were in the crowd as well. We train for these things, and you think you have things covered, and these things. Unfortunately,
you're watching this live press conference from Warren, Utah. Normally, we were on the air with World News Tonight. We will join the broadcast in just a moment. I want to bring you up to speed on what we just learned. There is a person of interest now in custody. They are interviewing this person. It is not the same person that was taken into custody for a short period of time earlier in the day. That person has been cleared. Again, there is a person of interest in custody. They have no intelligence at this point to believe that there was anyone else involved as of yet. They believe that shot was fired from a building on campus, a separate location, a distance away from where Charlie Kirk was. Again, Charlie Kirk shot and killed on that Utah campus this afternoon. Our team is standing by. We'll have much more throughout the evening. And for those of you in the East, World News Tonight starts just moments from now.
So are they going back to
You're
the
just
presser?
listening to David Muir there, who was summarizing what we've learned so far from authorities and leaders throughout the state of Utah.
Steph is here. You want to?
Hello.
How you feeling?
I was really sad at first, and I couldn't believe it. I was shocked when I saw that. Immediately texted Jeremy because I was just like, oh my gosh, this just happened, hoping that he maybe got shot in the arm or something. But once I saw that close-up video, my heart sank. My heart just dropped, because as soon as I saw that, I was like, he's gone. There's no way. There's no way that he could survive. It would be a miracle, and I was hoping and praying for a miracle. But I love Charlie Kirk. Like, I've watched him for a very long time, and I said earlier in the chat, Charlie Kirk was a very pivotal person getting Trump elected. The fact that he went to college campuses and debated college students, I don't want to say kids, debated students on campus, gave them like a different opposing ideas, opposing views based in facts. They didn't like that. They didn't want that. They want to radicalize the youth. That's where you get radicalized at universities. And Charlie Kirk was making them think differently, and they viewed that as dangerous. Charlie Kirk had an amazing career ahead of him, and honestly, I saw him being like a future president. Like, he was that big of a figure, that big of an influential figure in the conservative space. And they did not like him. They did not like him. And I was really upset because just last night I was talking to Valiant Renegade, and they were blaming the mainstream media, blaming Charlie Kirk specifically for bringing the death of Irina to the American public, like making it known, making her death known and what happened. They didn't like that. They didn't like how influential Charlie Kirk is. And they know that he is incredibly influential. They view that as dangerous. The fact that Charlie Kirk just used his words, that's it. That's all he did. He used his words. He was always very respectful. He never insulted anyone. He just used his words, taught people how to debate using facts and reason. And, he was a warrior for Christ. They did not like that. They didn't like that he...
Yeah, you're right. He was everything that they hate. Everything.
Yes.
Father,
they
conservative,
did not like
Christian,
that.
Republican, journalist, and easy to sway people. Not sway people, but he brought the way he spoke truth to people. It was easy for people to understand.
Yes, absolutely. There's a very famous video of him, and a lady walks up to him and she's just like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just debating anybody who wants to debate me. And she's like, why do you do this? Why? And Charlie Kirk says, because I believe that when discourse ends, violence begins. And this is it. They ended his discourse. That's
why I said this is like the ultimate cancel culture. Like, This is like the final form of cancel culture. For years, since 2016, they try to cancel people's wrong think on social media. Then they said, like, if you still think this way or speak out, you're going to lose your job. If you lose your job, you could lose your family. Then they started pushing these laws like, if you don't agree with the way we do, we might even take your children from your family. Yep. And, because they might be another gender. They just push and push. And then when we started slowly pushing back against the online cancel mob and pushing back against some of these crazy laws and pushing back. There's so much work to be done, you know, but pushing back, it's like the only thing left they have is to assassinate, kill. Like I said, like we just bounced off children being killed in a Catholic school, Christian, white kids killed by a crazy person, a woman, 85 pounds, stabbed, killed, while people just watched her bleed out. And now, like you said, an amazing leader, father, husband, Christian, assassinated in front of thousands of college students on a college campus.
And yes, in front of the college students. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, what does that teach them? All of these kids that were fans of Charlie, moving into the conservative movement, you know, finally seeing reason. What does this teach them? That if you speak out like Charlie does, and if you have reason, you're going to be assassinated. This happened on a college campus while he was debating peacefully with all of these people, with all of these kids. And this is what that teaches them. And I think on Jeremy's stream, they pulled up a video, and I can't remember which news outlet they were watching, but they said that, like, it's very dangerous now to be like an outspoken conservative. It absolutely is. And this shouldn't scare you into submission, because that's what they want. Okay. They want to scare you because they haven't been able to do it. Right. They tried to take Trump out twice and it didn't work. And now, Charlie, they want to scare you into submission, scare you into silence, to where now they have the loudest voice again, because right now we do, and they need it back. It shouldn't scare you like that. It shouldn't scare you into submission. You should be able to be loud and proud and use your voice to speak up.
Go ahead, King.
That I think is one of the other things that was so impressive and amazing about Charlie Kirk and Young Americans for Liberty and even Daily Wire when they do some of their college things, is it gave the other conservatives at the colleges, it gave them the ability to kind of feel brave enough to come out and be like, no, we're still here. Like we still agree with what the founder said. Like, you, just because y'all are loud and y'all get to say, you know, be on the right side of history and crap like that, doesn't mean that we've gone away. You know, Trump has used the term, and politicians for 100 years have used the term the silent majority. And one of the things that Charlie did was he really managed to bring out that silent majority and let them not be silent. And I think that's the thing that scares me the most about this. That what you're going to see is maybe not a generation, but a year or two of people slink back into the darkness and the quietness and not be as vocal as they used to be.
I would be louder than ever.
Yeah, and I'm actually really glad that in the press conference they said, make no mistake, this is a political assassination. I'm glad that they said that, because already on the mainstream media news, they were saying it's not politically motivated. We don't know if it's politically motivated.
Bullshit.
No, they're stating outright, yes, this is a political assassination.
Did you see when they shot him, like what he was saying right before the shot rang out?
About gang violence?
About how many transmission shooters there are, and then boom, and it was a heavy caliber rifle. If you've ever been around them, that was a big rifle.
There was
do we know the distance?
A video,
more or less,
200, 250 feet.
X-Wing has a really good map of it.
Yeah, there was a video of police saying that the shooter was wearing jeans, a black shirt, a mask, and had a long range rifle. So they knew kind of like where
shout out.
D-Day Cobra. So they already had like a description of the shooter. It wasn't the old man.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up X-Wing's
Who was that first old man?
Oops.
Just a crazy old liberal dude.
Right.
There we go. You want to walk us through that X-Wing again, if you can?
Yeah, so I mean, there was a video that was released from one guy who was standing kind of at the bottom right where the brick turns back to concrete, kind of on the bottom right there. And he was looking up at the Soli Center where I have it marked.
Oh, you're talking about here, right?
Yeah, there was a guy taking a video down there and looking up at the corner of the building where I've circled for shooter. And then obviously, if you look, at the videos of where Charlie's sitting, he's kind of in that rotunda right there. And then there's another building kind of behind the rotunda where some people were eating, I think, lunch in a cafeteria or something like that. You see everybody freak out. And then on the top of that building in the corner, you can see a guy in all black running across the roof.
What kind of shot is that, X-Wing? How far?
Dude, that's not so. In the world of shooting, it's not impossible. Somebody who just picked up a gun is not making that shot. Not at 200 yards from an elevated position with wind and Charlie moving. You got to think about the target the size of a neck is a very difficult shot.
How much is a yard?
3 feet.
About a meter.
3
It's
feet.
a meter plus 3 inches. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're figuring somewhere between 600 and 750 feet.
Right. Yeah. So it's close to 200 meters.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a long shot.
Yes.
It's a long
with a
shot.
high-powered rifle.
That guy, that person knew exactly what he was how to do that, right?
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
They were trained.
Jeez.
Absolutely.
The other thing is, like, I guess the Utah, like, how do you get there without not one person on a college campus knowing? I see you, Philip. He says, I think at 150 easy.
On a college campus, everybody's carrying backpacks. Everybody's carrying
That's true.
bags. It shouldn't be. It's not like
That's true. That's
like
true.
President Donald Trump's speech. Where how does this happen? How did the FBI and everybody not see this? This is a college campus. People are walking around with backpacks, bags, anything. It could completely go unnoticed, especially with all the kids walking around looking at their phones. Nobody would notice a thing.
400 feet. How many yards is 400 feet?
That's
133
yards.
25.
130, something like that. So just over a football field.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at the map, it could make sense.
That
still not.
It's still a pretty.
It's a decent
difficult shot to make.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean,
All right, we got. Hey,
it's a
don't
good shot.
don't
It's
spam,
not-
brother. We got it. We got it.
It's not
We got it.
a. I would not say it's a very difficult shot.
The point I'm trying to make is that somebody who just picked up a rifle from the store and like wasn't
Right.
wasn't
No,
versed
you're
in
absolutely
shooting isn't
right.
going to make that shot.
You're absolutely right. You're
Not
absolutely
a
right.
complete noob.
No, not at all. I keep hearing 200 yard. I'm sure that the biggest issue about all this stuff is information is going to be flying all over the place.
Yep.
And we won't really know until it's all said and done. But I think right now everybody wants to know who the shooter was and what his name was and all that stuff. If I can be honest, I'm shocked that they found him alive. If that is in fact the shooter.
Yeah.
So because
Thank
normally
God
these
alive.
normally these people, they play Minecraft when they're done with their evil act. And you guys know exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
So it's it's
I have the footage that X-Wing was talking about if you want to
Sure.
look at it.
Sure. And again, if anybody needs to bounce, it's all good. I'm going to read every super chat later on. And Phil, if you're in the chat, if you want to hop on, you're more than welcome.
So this is in the cafeteria building that
What is that
X-Wing
dog?
was
Oh.
talking about. No, it's
Sorry,
just yeah.
I'm retarded. Sorry.
So this is in the cafeteria
Oh my
building
God, Jay, was that your background?
that
I
X-Wing was
thought that
talking
was
about.
no. The dog
So-
there. I thought that I was like, what is a dog doing on
Oh.
the bill?
Oh my God, Jay.
I'm stupid.
Put on your glasses.
Sorry, Beardo. Keep going.
So,
yeah.
anyways, here's the cafeteria building that's in the on the side of the rotunda where Charlie Kirk was, and there's the building across, and there's the shooter running away. So I'll play it in real time.
Fuck.
There
Yeah,
you go.
It's a person.
In all black on the roof
Are you
where they were
sure?
taking a video of the guy laying down. Yeah, that's a dude running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
this-
person running.
This just released. I don't know who this is or what this is from
Oh
Breaking
yeah, I just
One.
finished seeing that. Yeah.
Video shows a man with weapons being detained near the scene of Utah University shooting. Again, this is not saying this is the guy. I don't know what the gun laws are in Utah. So
think they just found the guy right outside of Carry On.
I got to be honest with you.
Black
If that
Pants.
was the guy, I don't think the police would be that lax, would they?
No.
There'd be SWAT.
They're
And
probably
that doesn't
just
look like a guy who can climb roofs.
He's
and
in
stuff.
Crocs.
Yeah.
Rifle on this dude's dash, and they just handcuffed him.
yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
man,
that's-
this
that's
doesn't
the
look
thing.
Did you
right.
see
Well,
the
that was-
rifle when
yeah.
you
Was there a
were against the front of
rifle?
that?
There's a
Yeah,
rifle in
right
front of
against
that cop at the
yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, there is a sniper rifle with the scope.
Oh, right,
nah.
right.
Not a whole lot of reason to be walking around downtown with that.
Yeah.
Maybe more than one person was trying.
Even in Provo.
100%, Dan. That 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I think that there was probably going to be multiple. If one shot
Oh.
didn't hit, that they were going to take another shot. 100%.
Yes.
If it was in fact an organized thing, it's completely plausible.
What is that?
To
stuff
have
out of his
Plan B.
bag? What is? Do you know what that is, X-Wing? I'm sorry.
I have no idea what
sorry,
that is.
Dan. I didn't mean to cut
No,
you.
it's okay.
Some kind of
Looks
roll
like-
at something. I don't know.
It looks like vinyl sticker, like sticker
Yeah.
vinyl. That's what it looks like to me.
Can you see that rifle?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
tell
you
what
gotta
it's
say-
chambered in.
Yeah, you'd have
It's
to
got,
see
it's got a scope, though.
barrel
Yeah.
to even have a shot
Yeah.
at telling.
Also, where's the trigger? I think it's just black
Yeah,
against his
yeah,
pants.
it's black.
Yeah,
in
it's
his
just
pants.
video quality.
pretty. That'd be a pretty poor mistake to mix.
Like all his stuff is out on the ground.
Oh, they probably
they're
emptied his
searching.
bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was a
Yeah,
homicide.
it's a search incident to arrest.
That's I don't know. It's just like I said, there will be information flying all over the place. The police could be checking anybody that has again, I don't know the gun laws in Utah. Maybe you can walk around like that. I don't know.
Yeah, if we could have seen the other side of the gun, we would have been able to tell a lot more. I think that might be unrelated. I also don't think it would just be three people casually looking through his stuff. You know what I mean? Like if they had a perp, I'm pretty sure they'd be bringing the almighty hand of God down.
We need God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being seeing a lot of atheists and agnostics saying God be with us, mentioning God, talking about God.
Following God is more difficult than people realize. Look at the news headlines. The far right anti-LGBTQ and activists who advocate for more guns in American society was killed after being shot.
So I think The
That's
Advocate is
disgusting.
another one of those socialism magazines. There's The Advocate, The Jacobite, and like two others that they all have the same sort of profile picture. That all they do is push like Chinese propaganda and socialism crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What I meant by that is people that want to be a Christian and they realize that there's beautiful sacrifices to make. Charlie Kirk was very vocal about his faith and where he wanted to see the country go. But yeah, it's just like love to see an injection of God in these young people. Then, look at this. Mary says, following God could put a mark on your back.
I'm looking at a slow-mo video.
Any
and I'm
thoughts?
not. Oh yeah, absolutely, especially in the end times. I'm looking at a slow-mo video right now of the incident.
I'm an atheist.
Christ said so, man. They will hate you. They will hate you for following me.
I'm not even gonna
The
say what I was
world
gonna say.
will hate you.
Why?
There's no point. There's no point.
Yeah. You talking about the bulletproof vest?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Doesn't
hadn't
matter.
seen that yet.
Well, I just saw right now that it looked like it bounced off his bulletproof vest and ricocheted into his neck.
into his neck. Again, there's going to be a lot of news flying around. So once the news drops, man, it's just I'm trying
God
There's just
help
so
us,
much like I just trying to refresh and see like what comes out.
God help us. You know those situations, those kind of situations that you have nothing to say, you just say Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, brother.
That would be one of those.
I'm
Are
clutching
you
on
sick,
to him to just
Dan?
not be raging right now.
I'm
just
having
saying.
allergies. Today, woke up today with a bunch of allergies, all congested.
So this has a different. So X-Wing, you said the possible shooter could have been here, right?
Yeah, he would have been up there on the low C center. So when they took that video, it was
Oh, they were walking here.
right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
and there
yeah.
was a guy laying on the corner of the roof on the top tier of that. Or second to top tier, one of the two.
Yeah, I think it was the second one.
Jeez. I'm going to. You guys are welcome to stick around as long as you want. I am going to start to catch up on some of these supers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out.
And gifties. Yeah, most of you guys have been live for a while. Thank you guys for hopping on, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, keep doing the Lord's work, man. This is a horrible day.
Heavy day, man.
In our country's history. So,
hey, and I love you guys are all my friend. I know I give X-Wing a hard time. Everybody says that, but he's like I love him like a brother. That's why. So,
shout out to Mo, Kings, X-Wing, Dan, Steph, and Jonas, and of course Jay. Thank you for having me on, brother.
Oh, no
Shout
problem.
out, man.
All right, later, boys.
This is the rebellion here, and I worry about Steph. I worry about Mo. I worry about Dan a lot because.
Yeah, I remember when all of that shit was happening in Brazil. You guys were messaging me. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
I've been a devout Christian
bless, boys.
for.
Take care, brother.
Peace out, man.
I've been a devout Christian for almost 20 years, and during that time, especially over the last 5 years, you realize that that persecution on some level is coming your way if you're going to stand for what you believe in. Your heart, well, not your heart, but the Holy Spirit within you will tell you this is not wrong, this is not right, this is not good. You should not stand for this. You need to stand against this, and that's why we get persecuted, because we stand against evil. You accept Jesus into your life, you stand against evil. I'm not denigrating any atheists out there. Okay, this is just what I believe. All right,
Speak your mind, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I have been canceled. I've lost gigs because I just did not agree. It wasn't political uprising. I was just like, hey, I'm not working on this, and I lost a gig, and I was wandering around when it was going on until I ran into the fellowship, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened in my life. But the thing is, persecution on any level, if you stand up for what you believe in and you stand up against evil, you will be persecuted on every level, and it should never get to this just for speaking. But this is something that you accept when you're a Christian, is like, I will get persecuted for what I believe in because it's right and it's just and it's beyond my earthly form. My eternal soul relies on believing this and standing up against evil, because if you don't, it will just overtake the earth. So I hope that everybody is, while we mourn Charlie Kirk, I hope we remain resolute, and keep going the direction that we're going. It's you do not have to tolerate the works of the devil, but we need to reach out to people. There's a reason that Jonah went to Nineveh to talk, to try to sway people. That's why God sent him there. You have to preach, because there's a lot of people in the chat. If you've seen them, they talked about how they used to be an atheist until they listened to the teachings of Christ, and it brought them around, or at least made them better as a person. Even if they didn't come all the way to Jesus, it made them better, made them understand that there's something better out there for them, as opposed to jealousy and envy and hatred of other human beings. All right. And I'm hoping that we can get a lot of our brothers and sisters over to that realm and show them what is right and what is just and what is good in the world, as opposed to this evil that is trying to push back against that. So
I agree.
if there's anything I wanted to say tonight, that's what I wanted to say. Understand that it ain't over.
It was well said.
And I am not backing down, and I am not afraid to say what I'm going to say.
Speak your
anymore.
piece,
I used
man.
to be.
Speak your piece,
I used to be. And I will not do it anymore, because it's not a life worth living in fear. I will not live in fear. Sorry. Okay.
Yep.
All good, man. Go ahead,
Did you read
Steph.
what Van Jones put out in his tweet?
No.
Here,
Can only
let me check.
imagine.
I'm sure it's a
Um,
decent, honest thing that a good person
After-
would say, right?
Yeah.
I read it.
After attacking Charlie Kirk yesterday and, putting a lot of blame on him and saying, I think he said like he should be ashamed of himself. The coward turned off his replies and, he turned off his replies and says, today's attack on Charlie Kirk is absolutely horrifying and heartbreaking. He fought with words, not weapons. There's no place for political violence in our society, and those responsible must be swiftly brought to justice. My prayers with Charlie's loved ones, the traumatized students at Utah, and all who have been impacted by the senseless act. This man was on the news yesterday, name-dropping Charlie Kirk and blaming him for bringing to light the senseless death of that poor Ukrainian girl, and saying that it's bad, a bad thing that he brought this to the attention of the American people. I think that he is partially, along with the mainstream media, responsible for this assassination. So he can go F himself.
Yeah, why are your
sorry.
comments off?
This
If you got nothing to be ashamed of. Why are your
Personally,
comments
I
off?
think that's a little light. I think Joy Reid, any single person that announces news on MSNBC, CNN, CBS, all these people, they are the direct cause
Yes.
of the political violence that we've seen over the last 3 years in this country. In tort law, we have this concept of the but-for cause, meaning that but for something happening, it would not have happened. The thing you hear a bunch of people claim that they've been I forget what the crime is when they say police made them do something. And the only way that works is when they wouldn't have done that thing, but for the police showing up and saying, hey, you want to go do this? Like they claim that they wouldn't have.
Like entrapment?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, entrapment. They claim that a police officer being undercover is entrapment. It's like, no, you still would have done it. You just wouldn't have done it to this guy. Like, but for them sitting there and spewing this nonsense and this hatred and this demagoguery against conservative, against Christians, against white people, half of this shit would not have happened. Donald Trump does not get shot last July if they had not spent 7 years calling him a Nazi and a purveyor of hate. It does not happen. So to answer Nubby's question from like 20 minutes ago, no, the courts have not done enough to curtail the hate and the demagoguery that the news media have spewed against people. It's disgusting. And you've got these people that sit there, and because they're spewing hate against famous people or against well-known people, they're able to hide behind actual malice under defamation. And it's complete bullshit. Actual malice is made for like 50 years ago, when you couldn't reach the masses on a single tweet and then hide your retraction 3 days later on a tweet at 2 a.m.
Hold on real quick. Joe says, nobody here is a political expert. You feel empowered by the clicks. Hey, tell your mom to quit calling me. I'm so done with her by now. Last week was the last time I was going to let her lick my toes for her enjoyment. I'm over it now, man. We're getting into a new season. It's pumpkin spice season, buddy. I'm moving on. I'm sorry it didn't work out, little Billy.
She has been DMing me too.
Yeah, I'll shift them all over.
Guys,
So good for
she's
you,
right behind
Joe.
me.
I'm sorry that you're trying to contact me and get a hold of me.
She's been DMing all of us.
It's over with, man. It's
Even
over. My
Steph.
toes are clean. I'm done. It's all good.
I will
It's
say
all
this.
good.
We are not political experts, but we are American patriots. And we have empathy and God in our hearts. And that is why we are speaking out today. That is why we're having this conversation today, because conversation is important. If Charlie Kirk taught you anything, that it's conversation is important, dialogue is important, no matter who you are. And if you only listen to political experts of a certain side and you don't get the whole picture, you don't speak to actual people, actual American citizens out there, you're going to have a very narrow view of what is going on. You need to be listening to a lot of people. I listen to a ton of people, both on the left and on the right, and I use critical thinking skills in order to make my own opinion after listening to all of that. So you don't have to be a political expert in order to talk about someone being horribly assassinated in the United States today.
I want to share something. This apparently this is something that was just put out a few minutes ago. So if we can just, again, if anybody has to bounce, you guys could just let me know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the opportunity to bounce.
Yeah.
Gonna play some.
And thank you
stupid video
for
game or
hopping
something.
on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. Great to hang out with you guys.
Have fun with
Take
Joe's
care. Stand
Always.
firm. And
Feel better.
man, time to wake up.
Yes.
See you, buddy.
Take care, fellas.
Time to go woke.
Charlie Kirk is being remembered tonight as a hugely influential, charismatic, and engaging individual committed to civil discourse and the open exchange of ideas. Correspondent Mark Meredith looks back at the life of Charlie Kirk. Good evening, Mark.
Brett, good evening to you. Charlie Kirk's death is being called a watershed moment or even a turning point for the country. The 31-year-old political activist had a massive following, both online and in the corridors of power here in Washington. Before becoming a household name in conservative politics, Charlie Kirk was a teenager growing up in the Chicago suburbs. He told the Daily Caller in 2019 he knew early on politics mattered.
I was always naturally conservative, loved America, loved the values that our country stood for, and I never understood why you'd want to deviate from that.
Kirk thought he'd end up at West Point, the Army's military academy, but after being denied admission, he chose to start something for himself.
It's that old adage, one door closes, another door opens. Of course, it's correct.
In summer 2012, Turning Point USA was born. What started small later became a political juggernaut, a conservative youth activist organization now operating on 3,500 high school and college campuses. Kirk explained what drove him in his first Fox appearance 13 years ago.
A lot of kids are feeling the effects of what we like to call, with the Washington economy, with a lot of debt, plummeting small business, with higher regulation and high taxes.
As the Tea Party movement evolved, Turning Point USA grew. So did its influence. The AP writing Turning Point events became more ornate, taking on a nightclub atmosphere with strobe lights, pyrotechnics, and thousands of young conservatives in attendance. Kirk endorsed then candidate Donald Trump in 2016 and later worked to re-elect him in 2020.
I believe it's imperative we get the president reelected. In fact, I think he's going to get reelected.
As Trump later regrouped for 2024, Kirk continued to build an empire and a family. He married his wife, Erica, in 2021 and later became a dad of two. Trump himself thanked Kirk for staying loyal amid a year of chaos.
And I want to express my tremendous gratitude to Charlie Kirk. He's really an amazing guy.
With Trump now back in power, Kirk remained active, speaking out constantly about the conservative movement.
There's a revival happening in this country right now.
Tonight, tributes continue to pour in for a man many believe helped change the course of U.S. political history. And those tributes continue to pour in from all over the world. Late today, we heard from...
Gosh, what an amazing figure at 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31.
Just pretty much starting. It's unbelievable what he's.
Yeah, he had a
what
very
he
bright
created.
future ahead of him. Very bright future ahead of him.
Absolutely.
Insane. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna read. If you guys want to bounce, it's all good, or you could just hang out. No problem whatsoever. So
I'm going to take this chance to bow out. Thank you very much for having me on here.
Yeah, no problem.
Pray.
I just saw your message in the private chat. I gotta leave.
That's all right. Yeah. Well, now you know.
Spend some time with the family.
Absolutely. Yeah. As I was telling on people that I'm friends with, reinforce that which they hate most. Be with your family. Enjoy their presence. Love them. Pray for Charlie Kirk's family. And we'll I don't know. It's still shocking. I can't process it, but you guys are awesome. You guys you shine a good light in this world, and I'm glad to be part of this community. So, or this fellowship, to put it properly. So, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, buddy.
No problem.
See you soon.
Steph, X-Wing, Kings, you good? Everybody good?
I'm gonna say one thing, and then
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go rip. I'm gonna spend some time with my daughter as well.
Yep.
You guys are probably done talking about God, but so
no, we're not. There's a lot of questions in the super chats that so we'll get to it.
Go for it. I've got some time. Get through them.
Deborah Perkins, Jay, love you guys. God bless you and America. Thank you, Deborah. Evil can't create; it only destroys. Boy, ain't that the truth? That is the truth. Doug B for 20. The people, and I use that term loosely, who are responsible for these things are demons, not people. These stupid people online celebrating this is just too stupid to even think for themselves, and they are just programmed bots. Any thoughts? Programmed people?
Absolutely. I mean, take almost any video you've talked about on the morning show, and it is all almost the exact same thing. You've got a chick with a nose ring who's probably 200-300 pounds overweight, screaming in her phone in her car with her $300 coffee next to her. Or you've got a dude that's very much the same, but they're all saying the same thing. They're all angry about Trump. They're all angry about this or that, and they're screaming at their phone in their car. They're NPCs at this point.
Shout out Raging Rhino in the chat. Thank you, Doug. Emily says stuff like this breaks my heart for our country. And you know what? That's a good thing, because that means you love your country. It is a good thing when your heart is broken for something that you love. If you didn't care, then I would wonder, Mo is here. He said they ended a father, husband, son, vile creatures. My man Tommy, all they did was create 100 more Charlies. Rip, maybe 1,000,
maybe more,
maybe more. I think Trump is going to go scorched earth, man. You think?
Yeah,
I think Trump is going to I think we're
but-
going to see something in the next few days that's going to be like military type stuff that's going to be wild. It's going to be hold on to your buckets. I mean,
not just Trump. I think that a lot of political commentators on the
Correct.
right are going to not hold back as much before. And you saw that today. A lot of them want justice, and I think that a lot of political commentators on the right have just lost a very powerful voice and a friend. And I
Yes.
don't think that they're going to hold back anymore.
yes. Charlie Kirk was easily one of the guys that would go talk to anybody,
Yep, and keep his
You know?
composure.
And keep his composure.
Yes. And try to, you're right. You're absolutely right, Steph. I was in my stream playing Silk Song, and my coworker told me what happened. I'm so pissed and so sad right now. This is insane. My condolences to his family. It's okay to be angry. That means you care.
Yeah. I was
it means
actually
you care.
making fun of myself when all of this was happening, because my heart was beating really fast. And I mean, I to see that, it really affected me, not only because I was a fan of Charlie and I really liked listening to what he had to say, but because he was such a huge figure within the Conservative Party, a bright future ahead of him. That I was, you can make fun of me for saying this, but my hands were shaking. My hands were shaking. I was that angry, and I made fun of myself because I was like, oh my God, I'm literally shaking. I was that angry at what had happened to him, and that worried about
Oh,
what
no one's
this
going to make
means
fun of you for that.
for America in the future.
Yeah, I'm not going to make fun of you for that. I was in the same boat. Believe it or not, it's something like that happens, and your first reaction is go get the guns. My brain goes to crazy places, but the most important thing, I think, especially because he was a man of God, and I think he would want us to keep that in mind, to not stoop to their level. I think it's okay to be super angry. But I think it's important for all of us to not turn around and do the same thing, not start wishing for harm on others as badly as, you know, I want to see retribution. I think it's important that we kind of keep our temper. But he didn't die doing what he believed in. He was killed for doing what he believed in. And I think that's what we need to take away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Do not go quietly into the night. I think, if anything, be louder than ever. Make our voices known, because the election happened and we spoke. It's tough. This is more than anything, and I got Jay to thank for this. I started coming back into my faith about 2 years ago, and what a time to come back into your faith. I see this so much more than just a right and a left issue, or, you know, right side of America, country boys versus city folks, or anything like that. I see this very much as a battle between good and evil, and for the soul, really, of humanity. And it made me coming back into my faith, it made it very, very simple for me, because all you have to do is look at the signs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Charlie Kirk knew it. Can you share my screen really quickly?
Oh, sorry.
This is one of his tweets. Assassination culture is spreading on the left. 48% of liberals say it would be at least somewhat justified to murder Elon Musk. 55% said the same about Donald Trump. In California, activists are naming ballot measures after Luigi Mangione. The left is being whipped into a violent frenzy. Any setback, whether losing an election or losing a court case, justifies a maximally violent response. He knew it.
Yeah.
And on that note, X-Wing 2, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities, and the powers of evil in this world. Basket City for 5. Man, it's so tough to process someone so young getting murdered. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, and prayers for his family. Yeah, amen on that. Eric Case says, hug your family and tell them that you love them. Yeah, and text your mom if you can. Text your mom, text your dad if you can. Footage of possible shooter on the rooftop. Yeah, we got to that. Thank you for becoming a member over here. Cannonball for 2. Prayers out for Charlie Kirk's fam. Very mad right now. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry. This is such a sad day for Charlie's family. Yes. War Machine becomes a member. Thank you, brother. Awful day today. God bless you guys. Nah, man, God bless you. Thanks for being here. Even my liberal AF mother-in-law is horrified. Good. Good. My man Cole Hauser, I love you, brother, if you're still watching. Everyone just be strong, be vigilant, and pray. Cole Hauser was feeling, he was feeling it today. So my man Frank the Tank comes out of nowhere with 20 gifted memberships to the channel. Thank you so much. Freddie says, may God bless you. Brock says, I agree with Jay. What's up, Brock? Thank you. Holy crap. That's unbelievable. Dolores becomes a member. Thank you. My man from Hawaii. We talk a lot of crap, but we got love for all, especially you, Beardo. Never think otherwise. Aloha, blessings on my brother. Of course, he's not here to hear that. Meg says, thank you for the live. Hugging my 2 girls very hard. Give them one for me too. Knee pain for 10. I've been working all day in a meeting. Just check social media. What the F? Yeah. Crazy. John Ambler for 10. Much love to everyone here and on you guys are just showing love, man. Thank you. That's what we need. Not my usual talkative self, but I just love you all. Sometimes that's all that needs to be said. Dr. Spike for 10. Their goal is the destruction of the Western civilization at any cost. The eyes of the sleeping giant are slowly opening. Stay safe. That's what we were saying. It's like they killed a bunch of kids in a Catholic school. They slashed a girl's throat. They killed a Christian man with children for talking. I think a lot of people's eyes are open at this point. Ace Liberty for 5. God bless you all. I'm a father of 3 boys. Hug your family and tell them that you love them. Pray together. Much love to you guys. Yeah. Pray as a family, man. Get into a habit of praying as a family. Yeah, it'll only serve you good. Let our enemies make their mistakes. They are shooting us, but sure, let's just sit back. Please serve on juries. We can make a difference. I've been called for jury duty 4 times and they kicked me off after the first round. Lauren Bobert asked for a moment of silence and prayer in the house. The evil Dems would not give them that. They shouted and disrupted. Yeah, we played that clip. Horrible. We got this one from Hayden Wayne. Thank you for the 50. Spearing, my dude, gave me 5 gifted memberships to the channel. Thank you. As I have said on multiple streams, the pendulum is still swinging back to sanity. The left cannot simply handle living in a world where they are not in control. Something has to give, and it's not us. I couldn't agree with you more. The more we push back, the more crazy they get, and they just attack. They got nothing left but violence at this point. I sent this to Jeremy's stream, but I was coding in my class when the kid next to me told me about Charlie Kirk getting shot, and his precise words were, I don't want to wish death on anyone, but he was asking for it. And you want to know where he learned that? The freaking media and the people that hate him. They're the ones that spewed that stuff when we played a little clip from the media about people saying people should be punched in the face, blood on the streets, and all that stuff. No one, Charlie Kirk set up outside, and you didn't have to listen to a word he said if you didn't want to. You did not have to go and listen. You did not have to debate him. You didn't have to do anything. He sat up outside. If people wanted to come, they came. So I don't know how he was asking for anything.
No, he wasn't asking for anything. You can ignore him. You didn't have to go to his debates. You didn't have to do anything. You could simply ignore it and, go about your day. The fact that even the media today is saying that, oh, well, he was saying all those things. People didn't like, essentially saying that he brought it upon himself is one of the most despicable things that someone could say.
You want to know what they were trying to push on us a few years ago, and you guys all remember? Saying Merry Christmas was disturbing. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You can't say Merry Christmas. They send out memos and stuff to stores and all this kind of stuff. Like, make sure you don't say Merry Christmas. It's bad. Like they were trying to put. Could you believe that we were going to live in a place where you couldn't say Merry Christmas and you had to have the president come out and be like, we're gonna bring back Merry Christmas? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do. Sorry, go ahead, X-Wing.
If you use their logic, none of it makes sense. If you use any of their logic towards them, it doesn't make any sense. What if we shot everybody that was saying, I would have taken the president out back and beat him up? Somebody needs to punch him in the face. Arrest the people that say you should be out in the streets rioting. Use that same logic back. What if we started saying, hey, there's a mosque that needs to get out of here? That's disturbing. You know what I mean? You use any of that logic back towards them, it doesn't make sense. It's for thee, not for me, and it's just pure evil.
Yeah, policing speech is something that is very dangerous. For them to say that you cannot say Merry Christmas because it could be offensive. That's how you get to where the UK is at right now, where they're policing
all about control.
Speech. I've had replies to some of my tweets saying, well, you are part of the political party that, wants guns everywhere. Absolutely. I understand that this is a terrible thing, but the UK got their guns taken away less than 30 years ago. And look at where they are right now. They're currently policing their speech, and that could be us. So absolutely, we cannot let our guns get taken away because that is a slippery slope to the government controlling your free speech.
100%. MSNBC apologizes for their earlier statement. Statement from MSNBC President Rebecca Cutler. During our breaking news coverage of the shooting of Charlie Kirk, Matthew Dowd made comments that were inappropriate, insensitive, and unacceptable. We apologize for a statement he has. There is no place for violence in America, political or otherwise.
Who's he fired?
Down. Don't apologize. Just shut
Has
down.
he been fired?
No,
that's all I care about. Fire him.
Aussie Dad Andrew for 10. Thank you so much. Patel just announced they have the shooter. Yes. I'm still dumbstruck that Germany deleted 7 conservative candidates just last week and nobody's talking about it. We covered it as much as we can. The information is very thin.
Yeah.
Liz of TikTok posted someone saying, JD Vance, you're next. Yeah, we showed that. Trump needs to go scorched earth. We've been too relaxed with the left far too long. It'll be a slippery slope, but I'm at this point now too, where I'm like, I think we've got to go hard, and it might hurt a little bit to get to a place where maybe, I don't know. I'm just a dumb guy with a microphone. I don't take my flag. Doesn't come down often. It's down now for Charlie. I hear you, man.
Yeah, the rest of the U.S. too till Sunday.
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Love you guys. Please be safe. Swivel. Thanks, man. Diz the gist for 10. Speaking of living in belly of the beast, I kept hoping leftist friends would cool down and return to some normality. After today, that's gone. More sad, especially I know some are either celebrating. It just shows you what kind of people they are, you know? Never forget their names. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Does anybody know?
Irina Zarutska.
Okay, thank you. And Charlie Kirk, 100%. Dante with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Was says the domestic assassination. This is how radical countries and extremists in those countries eliminate the ones who seek and advocate freedom. Lived it and seen it. This cannot be taken lightly.
Yes.
Gina told us 5 years ago what would happen if we continue to demonize an entire segment of the population. Unfortunately, not enough people listened. I fear they still won't now because we need a anti-TDS thing or something that these people got to go through. Rogue 10 becomes a member. Thank you. Bless you all. RIP Charlie Kirk. Broken heart from Jeremy. Shout out, brother. No way. Not with those eyes, Philip Chan. I don't know what that was from.
He said he's nailed a target at 125.
200 yards really isn't that far with the right setup. Just saying. I know lefties that can shoot. So, I mean, practice goes a long way. Guys. Yeah, practice, of course. I love X-Wing's assessment because you get me out on a range and you're like, here you go, Jay. Like, try to hit a target. I ain't hitting crap. Like, it's, I would need like a lot of practice and stuff. Mark Reality, I think that they really needed to get the transit stabbing off the headlines. That was disgusting. And what happened to Charlie is disgusting. Please keep both stories alive as long as possible. God bless you and God bless America. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. Thank you for the 50. It wouldn't surprise me if it was an ex-Fed or even a current Fed working with orders. Woo! David for 20. Hey, Jay, Charlie went out with his boots on. A true man. God bless him and his family. Yes, and God bless America. Mike for 5. I didn't get a chance to interact with Charlie Kirk, but I did see him in person at America Fest last December. I think Ryan got to meet Charlie. God, it's just 31, dude. Golly, man. The people celebrating are sick. Yes. Remember, this sucks, but it's God's will that he brought Charlie home to heaven. Yes. And still, even as a Christian, I question and I struggle and I wrestle with things in the Bible and I wrestle with God every day because I just want to do what's right. And I want him to help me understand what's going on. Other than that, the fact that there's evil in this world and evil always shows its true colors. And we've seen it too much. And it's like, it's time to like get it out, man. I've said it for 2 decades. The left will have their civil war. Here we are. God bless you all. And many keep up. And many more keep and protect you all. Jesus with the gifted memberships. My man, Sensei Paul, I just can't believe what's happening. Charlie was the last person I thought this would happen to. Yes. Eric K for 5. TMZ employees were caught on camera cheering. Of course. Not surprising. They're from California. They claim it was for a police chase. I call BS. No police chase. Was says, born and grew up with the Quran. I read the Bible now. Keeping faith keeps us strong. Keep the faith. Shout out. Andre for 20. Radical communist liberals' quest for a utopian heaven on earth reveals their dangerous flaws. Arrogantly assuming they can
supplant.
Yeah, supplant divine authority with their flawed vision. Truth will always float in time. Sorry, it's like I'm blind too. Doesn't help. Mike says, amen, Steph. Joe with a gifted membership. Awesome to hear you all speak with God at Geeks and Gamers. Oh, man, you should hear all of us. Even Steph, she gets on a roll. She's got that Latino fire. You know what's funny about Steph? Not to like, anytime something's going on I don't understand, I always send her a text. I was like, did you watch this show? And like, there's like reels where it's like, Latino father takes weird pictures. And I sent it. I was like, is this true? Do you guys do that in your family? Anyway, sorry. She always makes me laugh with that. Time for talk is over. Fight commenced. Get to fighting or get away. Giles for 10. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. Yeah. The reason they think they're winning the war is because we haven't started fighting back. Dang, that's pretty powerful. Did you see Donald Trump Jr. tweet at Kirk? R.I.P. Yeah, we read it. Wait, tweet at him? Oh, tweet on him. No, I don't think I pulled that up. In times like this, hold God closer. God bless Stephen Brown. An important figure in free speech and civil debate has been assassinated. Moving forward, is free speech and civil debate dead? I don't think it'll never die, but it might look a little different. You know, we might be doing it this way, right? Via Skype. The silent majority will rise up. We've been rising, man. Look at the past election. Rage, rage, rage against the dying of the light. Brenda becomes a new member. Commander Ed Stryker. This could be a terrible, tragic red pill event. So the true face of evil Marxist-controlled Democrat Party is exposed and votes are changed. I love you all. Stay safe. I think I got that. Be strong. Be vigilant. Love your family and friends. Pray, love this chat and fellowship, and don't go quietly into the night. Megan B's hubby here. The stream is a bomb today. Mr. Rogers says, look for the helpers. And today, hey, thanks. Hey, no one's special over here, man, but thank you. That means a lot. I wasn't even a big Charlie Kirk fan, but I'm so angry. Lost. He was an icon. His assassination was an attack on us. Anyone right of center. I think a lot of people are saying that too. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. 2 Timothy 1. Yes. Conservatives have a lot to lose. We work, we have families, we are productive members of society, but we need to stand up and take action. Midterm elections are very, very important. And a lot of right-wing people, a lot of conservatives don't vote in the midterms for some reason. Please remember to pray for Charlie's wife and family. They need our prayers more than ever. 100%.
Yes.
These poor children, they're going to grow up without a dad. And for his wife, she must be going through hell right now. I'm so sorry for them, and I'm praying for them right now. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Yeah.
I'm struggling with that anger right now, dude.
Of course. Just checking the wow, that's wild. The New York Yankees honored Charlie Kirk.
Yankees held a moment of silence.
A moment of silence for Charlie
Wow.
Kirk.
Margaret for 5. Criminals like bench trials instead of jury trials. My sister, a judge, believes in death penalty. You don't want a bench trial where she is concerned.
Well, it's another problem. A whole nother topic for a different day is judges right now. 14 times that guy got released. A couple of those judges never even went to law school.
That's the madness of cashless bail. They think it falls under the 9th Amendment, 8th Amendment. But it doesn't. Cashless bail is the stupidest, dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
That is. I'm not going to go too much longer. Jeremy's going to be live in a few moments, but this was at New York. That I honestly I didn't think they would do this in New York, but
2 children is 31 years old. 2 children is 31.
That's Steph, you're muted. You're muted, Steph.
I was saying that's how influential this man is.
Yes.
He was a huge figure right now, a very influential figure.
Yes.
It's just so sad. All he did was debate, bring a new way of thinking, encouraging college kids to use their critical thinking skills. And because of the violent mainstream media rhetoric and the dehumanization of conservative people in America, labeling them Nazis, labeling them white supremacists, that it just got in these in the Democrat mind that they are a literal enemy of you and they need to be treated with violence. And unfortunately, Charlie Kirk paid the ultimate price, but this is not going to bode well for them at all.
And nothing that you're right, Steph, and nothing that they do ever does. The freaking Gavin Newsom was trying to redistrict his state, like, oh, we're going to show you Texas. And now all these other states are saying, you're going to do that? Then we're going to do it too. And you're going to lose even bigger.
Well, and his redistricting map might not even pass the freaking the vote in November. Like the polls are out of California are saying that it's a very slim margin that it could pass.
Jim P says the behavior of Democrats today in House and media will grow MAGA for 28.
Yes, they had a moment of silence. They were standing up and having a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, and 2 Democrats just didn't participate and just sat down.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it was more than that. One of them got, I think it was who did I say it was? It's one of the female Democrats from Colorado. Accepted, basically, got up and said, "No, I won't rise for this." And Boebert yelled at her, saying, "Y'all are the reason this happened."
Wow.
And and it got a bunch of yelling on both sides, and that's why Mike Johnson had to suspend the session.
Wow.
I'm gonna go hug my daughter.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna end the stream. Jeremy will be live. I don't know if Ryan is still live.
I can look.
But he was. If you guys still want to see a live stream, I think
still live.
Ryan is.
Here, I'll put the link.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, there it is. So y'all go head over and see Ryan. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Steph, X-Wing, Kings. And yeah, give someone you love a hug today. And see there. Where is... I tried to pin the link. Oh, well. It's all good. Go say hi to Ryan and why he's still alive. Take care, everybody.